Boom! And here we are on the corner, episode 70. Oh my goodness. It is Saturday night, December 13th. I think this is week 4 in the Curmudgeon's Corner Phoenix Rise from the Ashes, Pay It Forward campaign nomination season. So I think this is week 4. And it's a Saturday night, and y'all are here, and that's amazing. And I am so stinking happy that you guys are here. And I'll share a secret with you guys. Tonight's episode, we've had some unbelievably cool guests on the show. Some dear friends, some real professionals. But this cat that we have on tonight, I fanboy on this guy probably more than I should. And, I'm surprised that he still allows me to hang out with him and doesn't call his people over. Hey, can you get this guy away from me, please? That would be fantastic. So we got Josh V, IMJOSHV on the show tonight. Yes, we are still taking donations, but more importantly than donations, we are taking nominations. Let me just tell you, yesterday, I went out to Brian Spitler's to film the last episode of the season, No Direction Detail, which it's a good episode where it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun when we get together. But I stopped by Chelsea's Attention to Details, and once again, Chelsea came on like a gangbuster, and she donated a ton of stuff, a bunch of chemicals, water, the water spot remover machine that filters hard water. She donated one of those. She donated a big light stand for finding swirls and paint correction. We have so much stuff this year that I mean last year we helped 15 people through the hardship, and now we have probably even more than that between Kiev and all of you maniacs that have been donating. You've been supporting the shipping, right? You've been right there. You've been supporting the shipping. We've raised close to $2,000 for shipping costs, and I mean that giraffe power washer alone is going to weigh 90 pounds. So that's we have some stuff, and the House of Rags donated a whole bunch of stuff that arrived at the house today. Towels and wash the Big Boss wash blocks. We have a ton of stuff. I was down in Delaware today, and I was hanging out with Brian from what is the name of his shop? It's German, so forgive me if I can't recall it right away. But Ryan, he was out in SEMA. Josh, who's backstage, he got to meet you, and that was a highlight of his career. Der Glans Auto Spa, and he donated a bunch of stuff today. A polisher, I believe Humberto donated a polisher as well. So now and Chelsea donated a polisher. So I think we have 5 polishers now that we can give away. Seriously, this Pay It Forward 2025 is completely out of control. But anyway, I want to get to Josh because I have been waiting. This is year 3 of Curmudgeon's Corner, and I have been waiting 3 years to talk to this cat. I am so excited. I'm a little bit. All right. I'm a professional. No, I'm not. All right, let's get the mental floss out of the way and get Josh in here because you don't want to talk to me. You want to talk to him. All right, so let's do this. And here we go.
That is a winner. Michael Jordan said in one of his interviews, when they said, "You're unbelievable, you're the greatest basketball player of all times. Tell me about that." And he says, "Well, you just mentioned the successes." But he says, "For me to become the greatest basketball player,
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life."
Does it make him a failure? No. We all fail. It's okay. What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner. Mike.
All right. Did you hear that? That is 100% what the Rise from the Ashes, Pay It Forward campaign is all about. It is about hard times and never quitting. It's about getting knocked down and never quitting. This community helps each other. This community protects each other. And if you could see the Pay It Forward room at the warehouse, this community has come together like I've never seen. And we're here, all of us here, this community is here to help get you back on your feet. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about never giving up and being there to help each other out. So that's what I got from the mental health. That one was personal because we only have 2 weeks left for nominations. So please think outside the box, think outside this community, and let's get those nominations in and let's do some good, right? You guys have carried, you have carried this campaign for 11 months. Now let's bring it home with some nominations and let's do some good. And you know what? You know, if you're hurting, if you need some help, I mean, we know that we're going into the winter months for the majority of the country. November, December, January, February is tough. And it's like, hey, you know what? Oh boy, what is that? Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say to that. Anyway, don't want to talk to me. Let's get JOSHV out here, huh? This is dumb. Don't talk to me. Let's talk to Jet. Boom. Hello, sir.
What is up, everyone? How's it going? How's it going, Aaron?
It's going fantastic.
Very good, man. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming to the corner, man. Like,
of course,
seriously,
of course.
This, you are
Stop it.
It's great to see you, dude.
You too,
seriously.
Man. You too,
seriously.
definitely.
Best part of SEMA last year, 2024. You came around the corner, and then you and Keeve were standing side by side, and I was completely, I went completely Roger Waters on you.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, when we first met, was it at one of the little restaurants or bars in the hotel, wasn't it? Or was it right before that? It might have been right. It might have been right before that, actually, and then saw you again there for a drink.
Correct. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because I remember the moment you two came around together, and I was just like, oh.
It's crazy that's over a year ago, huh?
Yeah.
Time goes so fast. It's insane.
Yeah. And then this year at SEMA, like, you were a nonstop. I mean, everybody. And
yeah, that was a busy booth.
I mean, again, I don't need to fanboy on you, but I mean, you just have, there is a genuineness about you, and every single person that came up to you, you were genuinely interested in them. You were genuinely interested in shaking their hands and, hey, how are you? And all of that stuff. And I mean, I was just standing over off to the side, and I'm just like, that's just pure, genuine you. And it was really awesome to see. And then that's why I approached you, and I begged you to come on to the corner.
No, it was a simple question. It was an immediate yes, you know?
Yeah,
for sure. No, I enjoy talking with people. I enjoy, at any level, I enjoy talking with people and finding out kind of their backstory and things like that. But then when it's people that also watch the channel, I'm extremely appreciative of that. So it kind of takes that even to another level.
Yeah, for sure. So I got to do my homework today, and I listened to a bunch of different interviews that you've given, and of course, I've been following your story for a while, and I'm a subscriber to your channel, and
appreciate it.
Of course, I mean, of course, you have one of the oldest channels out there, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been, the channel actually shows older because when I first started it was just to help promote my actual detail business. So I think I had a video on there from way back when. I don't know if I I may have hidden those at this point now, but yeah, it's been super. I guess like consistently making videos has been, yeah, it's been over 5 years now for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, time goes really fast.
One of the best parts about being able to do homework on you is knowing that you're in Southern California, San Diego. I spent a good amount of my adolescence in Irvine.
Yep.
And so when I looked up where your warehouse is,
yeah,
I was like, well, how far away is that from Irvine? And then when I went to Irvine, I had to go and find my old house, and then from my old like there's a bike trail that runs from my old house all the way down and through. And in the 80s, you could get away with that kind of stuff. You could, like as soon as the sun came up, get out and don't come home until the lights come back on.
Here's a question: is back then when you were living there, was the 73 freeway there? It's a toll road.
I have no idea.
Okay,
I rode my bike.
I don't remember.
I rode my bike everywhere. So
okay,
I rode my bike down this bike trail, and I would always go to Balboa.
Yep.
And Balboa was my jam. Pier 42, and that was like just the greatest time to be alive. 80s Southern California.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, like there was nothing we couldn't do. There was no trouble we could get into. It was awesome.
For sure. Yeah, no, I mean, you say 80s. I was born in 84. So,
okay. All right. Well, I was born in 74. So
okay,
I have 10 on
you. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. So I don't remember like the full transition of it, but I remember I remember being a kid in school and having to get taken out of school to go to like for a doctor's appointment or something like that, right? Or a dentist appointment. And I remember getting on the freeways and there was no one like during work hours and stuff. And obviously that's completely changed. Now, no matter what time you go, you're sitting in traffic.
100%.
Yeah.
So Philadelphia is the same way.
Is it really? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. No, and it's horrible because every major highway around Philadelphia is a 2-lane highway. Like, how do you have like one of the 4th largest metropolitan areas and run on, I-95 is 4 lanes, 2 this way and 2 that way? Like,
that's silly. It's very silly.
It's bananas.
We have that here too. And like there's one freeway in San Diego called the 56. It runs east to west. And I remember I think it was in high school when they built that thing, and they built it 2 each way. And I was like, that's going to be stupid. And then like last year they just widened it, but there's bridges on it too, and they couldn't widen the bridges. So it's still,
then it bottlenecks.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah. If you try and go like, anytime like normal work hours, like, or when people are going to work, you're sitting on that thing for quite some time.
For sure. Yeah. Rush hour is just dead.
It's rough. It's rough.
I love when you have to leave for work 2 hours before you have to be there.
Right. That's a good thing about running a detail business though, is like I can sort of schedule around that.
Sure.
I mean, again, like you said, like any time of day you can't be sitting in traffic, but you can at least go around the super busy times.
I would say Chicago, for me, and with my experience with Chicago, that's easily the worst.
Really?
That's the worst city. Like 2 a.m. and you're sitting in traffic. It's bonkers.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
that sounds
terrible. It's a fantastic city to visit, but I would hate to live there. I just
yeah.
But I want to get to that in a minute. But all right, so you're 41, I'm 51.
Yep.
I grew up in Irvine, and the California beach life was magic.
Mm-hmm.
What years for you were pretty much your prime childhood? Like, when did you really like come into I know that you said you started surfing around age 8.
Correct. Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, I would say probably by 11 was when, every summer, me and a buddy, we lived like 20 minutes from the beach. So either my mom or his mom would drive us down to the beach in the morning. They would go to work. We'd be at the beach the entire day, all day, every day of the summer. And then either my mom or his mom would come pick us up at the end of the day. Awesome. Those are incredible memories.
Right? Yeah,
incredible memories.
The dog days of summer.
Yeah,
sure.
That was the best.
How did you get into? I mean, like I was 84, so I was 10 when I moved to California.
Okay.
how did you know that, like, how did you get into surfing? Because I mean, like I said, I used to go to Balboa all the time, and I was pretty much obsessed with the tidal pools. I that's where I hung out, you know. Wasn't really much of in the water kind of guy, but I
Sure.
loved exploring and climbing around and doing all that stuff. And the tidal pools are,
Yeah, it's
I've
beautiful.
never seen anything like it. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing like this on the East Coast at all, not even at all. And I mean, I live in Jersey, 45 minutes away from the beach, and we go down there all the time. Nothing like that. It's just brown, dirty water.
Yeah, no, I think 8 years old, my neighbor at my you know, I was obviously neighbor right next door. He was getting rid of a surfboard that was this giant, like, there's different types of surfboards, right? And this was, they call it a gun. It's like a big wave board where it's shaped like a regular shortboard, but it's really big. And it had this giant repair in the middle where it looked like it got bit by a shark, and they just repatched over it. But that was it. They gave me that, and then my dad had surfed a little bit when he was young, when he was younger, and so we went to the beach, and it was one of those things. He pushed me in my first wave. I stood up, and I just remember looking through the water, and you could see little fish going, like a little, like that was it. I was hooked. So then,
Really,
that was summer, and then going into the winter, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, so like we couldn't afford to get me a wetsuit, and it'd be dead winter. I didn't care. I'm out there anyway, just in board shorts.
I mean, to be fair, if I remember correctly, to be fair,
it's cold, dude.
To be fair, let me, like, I remember, like, oh, it's 70 degrees outside. I better put on a sweatshirt.
Yes,
Oh.
that is 100% true. I mean, today was upper 70s for sure. Like, so yes, the outside weather, but the water temp still gets down into the 60s.
Okay.
So that's where it gets brutal. And my mom, bless her heart, she would go out, she would just have a little wetsuit top, just so it's like a jacket.
Yeah.
And she would go out in the water with me to make sure I was safe, at 8
cool.
years old. So, but yeah, that was, I mean, that first time I stood up was magical, and I was hooked.
Yeah, never went back.
Yeah.
So my dad was a Marine pilot. And he was on Curmudgeons a few weeks ago after SEMA as a SEMA review.
Yeah, it was cool to get to meet him at SEMA as well.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I've been in EMS forever. And so when I watch movies that are pertaining to EMS and fire and stuff like that, you're constantly poking holes in it and stuff like that. And then,
of course.
Top Gun, my dad was just like, that's bold, that's bold, that's bold, that's bold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My question for you, and I in all the interviews that I've heard, you've never mentioned it, so I'm going to bring it up. How close is it to Point Break?
Not.
That would be a waste of time.
It's a great
Back off,
movie.
War Child. I'm serious.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. But
have you ever
super
cut
accurate.
somebody's ankle cord?
Nope, never
You're
done
not
that.
supposed to be surfing here. This is our beach.
No, there are some localized spots, but like, yeah, definitely not like that. And then if you watch that, are you familiar with regular foot versus goofy foot? Same thing with skateboarding. Regular goofy foot is your right foot is forward, and then regular foot, your left foot would be forward. And they'll show Keanu Reeves surfing, and one clip he's regular foot, and then they flip to another view of him, and he's the opposite. I'm like, that's not they missed that pretty hard.
Okay, all right. Where I lived in Irvine, we were more into BMX. That was really, really popular. And what was the name of that movie? One of my classmates. Rad. One of my classmates was in that movie because he was that good. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
He was one of the racers in the whole thing. But yeah, for sure. So I was more BMX, and I tried to skateboard. My friends called it the 1-ton Sasquatch, because the skateboard that I had was really heavy, and it had a picture of a Yeti on the bottom of it. And they were like, "Yeah, go get your 1-ton Sasquatch."
Why was it so heavy? Was it
because I was a poser?
Okay.
No business doing any of that stuff
Fair
whatsoever.
enough.
But I love BMX racing, dirt bike racing and all that stuff, and doing all all that stuff in the dirt. I was in the dirt all the time.
Yep, very cool.
But yeah, surfing was not my bag. And like I said, as soon as I got to the water, I just wanted to climb on the rocks and look at all the
explore.
Yep. But it still was awesome to watch. And I remember you were talking to the Funkin' Homies about being in the curl, and that's fascinating to me. Like, what was the most dangerous You're like, you know, I probably shouldn't have surfed that one, but I did, and I'm glad that I did, but I probably could have died.
Never actually. So when I was younger, probably 14, 15 age, um, I had an issue where like it wasn't even big and I would get freaked out. I don't know what traumatized me to get freaked out by that. So I was always a little bit cautious going into things. Biggest kind of the scariest waves are probably I used to go to this place called Puerto Escondido in on mainland Mexico a lot.
Okay. Wow.
I'd go for like a month each time during the summer. It's incredible. They call it the Mexican pipeline, these huge barreling waves. And the difference between pipeline in Hawaii is that that's a reef versus Port Escondido is all just a beach break. So it's just sand, and the rip currents get absolutely insane. It's almost like waves going back out to sea. So that's probably the most dangerous, but I was well ready for it. I was conditioned for it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So like like how many different places did you travel to?
Back then, not a ton. I here Mexico, tons of different areas in Mexico. Hawaii, for the North Shore of Oahu. That's where Pipeline and all those spots are. And then a ton of the Caribbean, which was kind of later, but Barbados is a really good wave there called Suit Bowl. But yeah, all throughout the Caribbean, I did a ton of stuff, and then East Coast as well. So yeah.
And you, so like you said, like around age 11, you started getting sponsorships. Is that right?
12 was my first.
12 was
my first one. Yep.
So what is that like? Like how do you get discovered, and then how do sponsorships happen, and then like
yeah. So back then there was a couple different ways to do it. A lot of it like is competing. I was never good at competing. I was always bigger typically, and a lot of times the waves are 1 feet, 2 feet, nothing great. So I would kind of struggle in those types of conditions versus other guys, especially when I was younger. So the other way is just, and I kind of found that this has really worked well for me, and through life and business, is you'd had to market yourself to the brands. So I would create little mini videos and stuff and start submitting them to companies, and you would get picked up. And then in the beginning, it was all just, if you have a clothing sponsor, they'd give you all your clothes. You have a surfboard sponsor, they just give you boards at cost at that level. And so that was all good. And then as I progressed and got older and older, I started working with a lot of photographers and getting a lot of photos and magazines and stuff like that. So that's when it was cool. And those, they pay, it's called a photo incentive. So if their logo is showing on your board, and say you get a cover photo, cover on a magazine, they pay X amount, say $2,000, versus a full page in a magazine will be, say $1,000, a quarter page will be $500, whatever else. So it kind of breaks it down that way. So I was doing that with all my sponsors. And then I had my main sponsor was actually, paying me a little bit every month to ride for them. So yeah, it was really cool. That was a lot of fun.
Sure.
A lot of fun.
Like, and how long did you ride that wave?
Probably, I was sponsored by them for a long time. And then once we actually switched over, and I was getting paid monthly plus the photo incentive until they dropped their home men's program, was a year and a half, probably something like that, maybe 2 years.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it was great. I mean, it was, they would like, the first time we went to Hawaii, they paid for the trip because we did, from some catalog shoots and all that kind of stuff. So it was, yeah.
That's awesome.
Really cool.
It makes such a fantastic and unique adolescence and
totally
teen age stuff. That's wild.
Yeah, because of that, I really hated school because of that. Though I wanted to be at the beach. I wanted, so I actually did leave high school a year early. I left in the middle of 11th grade because I was starting to, make some moves. So left middle of 11th grade. They had a thing called the high school diploma program where you still got a regular diploma from the high school you went to, but you could, you would go in and kind of do your own work at your own pace.
Yeah.
So I was able to finish the rest of 11th grade and whatever left over from 12th grade by the end of that 11th grade year. So I was done and could start traveling and stuff a bit.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it was good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Is Vans off the wall still a thing?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What about Ocean Pacific? Does that exist?
Nope.
Ocean Pacific is gone.
Yep.
All right.
trying to think of some other brands. Some went away and then came back a little bit. Oh man, what is it? What one of them was in like went away forever and then came back and was in like Target for a little bit.
Okay.
So they were using, they had brand recognition. They brought it in
Quicksilver.
there.
Somebody said Quicksilver.
Yeah, so there is a big transition, like in the professional surfing world now. Like there used to be big contracts for guys, and now there's guys on the top level. So the top touring professional tour is the what is it called now? WSL. It used to be the WCT, but that was the top level. And there's guys now that are paying their way through it themselves nowadays, which is pretty nuts. And then like even some of the top pros will have YouTube channels to supplement their income that way and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's changed quite a bit since, and Quicksilver went bankrupt and then got bought out. And then, all the big brands they all expanded too much. It almost seems like I used to work for Reef Sandals and same thing there. They're number one in sandals. And then they started bringing in apparel and all this other kind of stuff, and they're putting a bunch of money in those sections where they're not selling as well as the sandals. And I feel like if they just consolidated, it'd be better. But they're also smarter than I am on that stuff. It's a big global brand. So,
are they still a big global brand or?
Yeah, okay. They're still good. They're still going.
They weathered the storm and pulled it out.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I don't think they're as big as they were, but I think that's just kind of a fluctuation with the tide of things. Like, like even Vans, I think I feel like we go from like action sports apparel and then we go into like streetwear, and it kind of, different times of year or different times, throughout the years, things change. Sure. I think it's just in one of those things where they're down a little bit, but it'll come back up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can see how the branding of yourself to get the sponsorship definitely can translate to what you do now as IMJOSHV. Like,
sure. Yeah.
I can see how you definitely translate to your YouTube channel and all of that. You're very, very good at your branding. My question here is, what did surfing give you that nothing else could?
Man, it's kind of sad because it's gone away from me, but it was what it gave me was like, I don't know. Like outside of like my wife, my kids and family, I've never loved anything else so much where like if I went 2-3 days without it, I would start feeling sick. Like I'd be going through withdrawals from it. I'm like, I need to get to the beach. I need to go surf, which is so that was the biggest thing. Now, after getting to travel and do all that kind of stuff, I did get a bit jaded, and I still kind of am to this day.
I was going to ask you about that because you brought that up at the Funkin' Homies. What does that mean? You got jaded on surfing?
So again, in the past, it was always a release, right? If I had anything stressful going on, you could go surf and I wouldn't think about anything else. I'd just be in that moment. And then it got to a point where I would get to travel to places where the water is super warm, the waves are really good, and there's not very many people. And then I'd be home and I'd go surf and it's 1 foot, it's super cold, there's a million people out, and I would just end up getting upset. Which is like the complete opposite of what I would do. So it's even now I don't surf nearly as much. I was really hopeful my daughters would want to.
Yeah.
And this last summer, my oldest daughter finally did get in the water with me a bit. So I'm hopeful, but I'm hoping that she'll kind of fall in love with it, and then which will help motivate me to get back out there more with her.
Sure.
But yeah, I think about that like every day, and even like exercise, right? Like when I was getting upset surfing, people would be like, "Oh, at least you're getting exercise." I'm like, "There's no exercise." I wouldn't feel it at all because I was so conditioned from doing it all the time. Now I go to paddle out and I'm completely winded by the time I get out. I'm like, this is exercise. Who knows?
Yeah. Welcome to the 40s, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to your 40s.
My back's killing me. Yeah. So it's I want to try and figure out a way to get back to the root of it, so that like no matter how bad it is, I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's, and again, I think having my kids out there with me would be.
I think having your kids would be out there, but you're right. That like an overabundance of people kind of keeps you from being able to fall into that zone where it's kind of quiet and tranquil, and you don't have to worry about running somebody over on your board. And
yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, when I was on the more like when I was really into it, it was a case of like I would want to try a new aerial maneuver or something like that, right? And you could be out the whole day and the wave never gives you that section to try that, and it's frustrating. You know, like skateboarding, you have the same, you can go practice it over and over and over again, but since the ocean's always changing, it was really difficult. But nowadays we have the wave pools, and I still haven't gone to one, but I want to go. I want to do that so bad. It looks so much fun.
What's the name of that big water park that they built right before I left? We always had Magic Mountain, Six Flags Magic Mountain, but then there was a ginormous water park.
It was actually in Irvine, right? It was Raging Waters, maybe?
Raging Waters, that's
what it was, right? Yeah.
Yes, Raging Waters, for sure. Is it gone?
Yes.
Sounds like it's gone.
As far as I know, it is. Yeah, I did junior lifeguards as well when I was younger, and that was one of our trips that we went up there, and so yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good old Raging Waters. As a young teen, we would sit at the bottom of the big water ramps and watch for wardrobe mishaps that happened every time.
Youth, you know. Oh man, can't say we didn't do that too, you know.
Josh.
Yes, sir.
At some point, surfing wasn't the main path anymore. What exactly happened? What was the moment, or was it a slow drift into what you're doing now?
Yeah, so I think it was fast and slow at the same time, I guess. So fast in the sense that my main sponsor dropped their home men's program, so that monthly amount was gone.
Sure.
So then I was trying to figure out what am I going to do. Started detailing because I was actually looking online, couldn't find anything that was more than like $8 an hour at the time, right? So I was like, what am I going to do? So I go drive down to go surfing on the 56 freeway, actually, the one I was talking about.
Yep.
And saw a mobile detail guy go by me, and then started about a week later. I just did some research on it. I was like, let's do this. I liked cars. And more importantly, I always wanted to run my own business. So I did have a really good influence. A neighbor of mine at my parents' house, this guy, his name's John. He was Navy. So where I grew up was a big Navy town as well. So he had retired. He would take me surfing every weekend. And then when he retired, he started his own handyman business, and I was still super young, and he would always bring me along to help him out. And I was like, this is the best thing ever. Like he makes his own hours. That was always kind of where that sparked, I think.
Okay. And like, how old were you?
When I started the detailing, essentially, 2021, like right in that cusp. I think technically 20, and then probably like officially started the business lessons, all that kind of good stuff at 21, because it was like within a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then it's been 20 years now. It's crazy.
And you've never looked back. Yeah. It was.
Yes. When I started, I did have, like many people, they're not super busy. I remember having conversations with my mom where I didn't have many jobs lined up. She's like, "Oh, should you go get another job?" I'm like, "No, like I understand I'm not working all the time, but I would have to work a full week to make what I'm making that day anyway. So no, like I'm going to go in more on this." I did have the opportunity when I was working. So that's when I also started working with Reef, and still lived here in San Diego. Had a good friend. We were both living in La Jolla. And he already worked for Reef, and he brought me on board, and we handled the Caribbean, non-US territories of the Caribbean, for Reef. So we'd do the wholesale order. So we'd go visit all the accounts. We'd be home for about 3 months. We'd go out to the Caribbean, do 12 to 15 islands. We'd do at once order. So we'd ship out product right away. And then we'd also pre-book out for usually, I guess it was like a month and a half. And then so every 45 days or so, they're getting new product, and it worked well. We built that territory up substantially. So I opened up, Sandals Resorts and all that. So their corporate offices are in Miami, somewhere in Florida. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I opened up that account, and that was a big account.
I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it was. They had a lot of locations. So,
in the early days, and this is kind of going back to some of the guys that will potentially listen to this podcast at some point. All 40 of my viewers. What did that grind really look like, and like the broke years? And did you ever have a what the hell am I doing moment?
So many times.
Talk to me about that. Again,
So
going back
many
to
times.
the mental floss that we just did. It's not about failure, it's about getting back up. So what was that like for you when that 20, 21, 22-year-old, like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Man, I almost try and forget those days because they were rough, man. I think especially in the very beginning, I remember, starting and trying to market the business. So there was a local magazine called Get One Free. It cost money to advertise in it. And then their whole thing was like, you buy a detail, you get a free paint seal at the time or whatever, right? But like, I wanted to be working, so I would discount it so deep to where I wasn't making, like, I really wasn't making any money after paying for the ads and everything else. Really wasn't making any money. The customers I was getting, like, all the cars were trashed. And that's the thing, is like, when you actually break it down and look at what you're actually making, your gross versus your net from the expenses, and it was really disheartening with the amount I was working on how bad the cars were.
Right.
What really switched for me, and that was for a good amount of time, what really switched for me is I had got an account with a new client who was extremely, extremely wealthy. He was listed in Forbes magazine at 1.2 billion, like, loaded. And he was a big Aston Martin guy, but he also had Ferraris and all that kind of stuff. And this was in that gap of like 3 months where I was back home from the Caribbean. And he wanted weekly services. And that was when I really had to decide, okay, do I stop working in the Caribbean because this guy needs me full time? And that was a pretty easy decision for me, because I wanted to go full in, and that was kind of that basis to be able to go, okay, cool, I have this monthly nut taken care of now, and we can go straight into it and start building more and more.
Huh.
So that was a good thing. But even to this day, because I have so much more going on now, I have those struggles. Like, last night, for example, the video that I put up this morning of my rinseless wash, I was up because, so my day yesterday was a detailed a Lexus RX, a Lincoln Navigator, and then that the Rolls-Royce Phantom that was in the video. Then from there, I had to went to my store location, filmed a live to announce the first day of giveaway, then got back to my warehouse for like an hour, started uploading the footage, then had to go to my daughter's performance. She had a choir performance for her 3rd grade deal. Then came back to the store, to the warehouse, started editing, got it pretty much all done, except there wasn't enough room on my computer. So I started deleting, old stuff, ended up deleting one of the clips.
Oh.
So I was like, then for some reason, my AirDrop on my computer wasn't working, so it wasn't transferring back over. And then I had to leave to go pick up my daughter, who was at a birthday party at 9 p.m. Then we came back to the warehouse. She stayed with me. So I didn't get home till like, 11:30 or something like that. So I left the house at 6:30 in the morning, got home at 11:30 p.m. And then woke up at 5 this morning to finish like the back end, description and all that kind of stuff before it went live. So it's like every day there's like, you get that of like, what am I doing? On a long day like that, you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
You feel good about it eventually.
As the owner of Phoenix E.O.D, I ask that question daily.
For sure.
What am I
For
doing?
sure.
What am I doing?
What are the biggest struggles you have on that side of things?
Supply chain has been my number one thing. Supply chain has been an absolute bear, and ever, like, what kind of an idiot starts a business, a chemical company, the year after COVID? You know what I mean? So like by July of 2021 is when we started, and
Gotcha. Yep.
Just getting consistent triggers, getting consistent bottles. I think the original Kronos bottles were clear. And then we had to go to the amber ones because that's all we could get. And then we at one, it's just been consistency, and now here we are 2025, and I still hear that excuse, because COVID, everything changed because
Yeah.
COVID. And so
Like, it's been a while now, right? Let's
yeah,
figure this
like getting I all right, I'll share a secret with you and nobody else.
out.
Um, the last batch of bottles. Holy cow, what is happening here? Josh needs to drop some merch. Surfer detailing themed stuff would sell awesome. Hats and t-shirts, etc.
Yeah, I agree. I
I'm
want to do that for sure.
I'm very, very new to this super chat thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild. Thank you, everybody. And where was I? Oh, the secret. All right. So
Yeah, that's right.
so you have your own chemical line and product line and detail store. 28 millimeters dash 410.
Mhm.
That is the size of the hole, the mouth of the bottle, and how many threads it has.
Yep.
And the supply company that I normally go to, they were like, we're out of 410s. And I'm like,
Completely?
yeah, they're like, it's a 3-month, we're back ordered 3 months. So then I had to go to an alternate vendor, and I took what they had, but all they had and what they sent me were 28 millimeters 400s,
Mhm.
which is a different thread count.
Mhm.
And so therefore it's not as deep, it's a lot more shallow. And
Yep.
so all of the caps that I had didn't fit, and I couldn't get them to fit. So I called the lady up and I was just like, hey, what is going on? Why aren't my caps working? They were working last month, but now they're not working. And I read her off the specs, and she was like, oh, you had 410s. These are 400s. So I ended up having to buy new caps for the 400s.
Gotcha. That was okay. Yeah.
It's just like, this used to be brown, and now it's not. I had one little white stripe when I started the business, and now the whole thing. I feel like the Crusader knight in Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail, where he's like, I've been here for 400 years, and then the guy drinks the cup and he turns and dies, because that is what being a small business owner is.
It's all the stupid little stuff that just causes so much. You're like, this is dumb. Like, why am I dealing with this?
Yeah, exactly. I got these cases of bottles, and now nothing works, and I don't know why it doesn't work. And it turns out because they're 400s and not 410s.
I know, it's so frustrating.
Oh, all right,
get it out.
Why do you guys call it Curmudgeon's Corner? That's why I call it Curmudgeon's Corner. Anyway,
yeah, those little things are the worst.
Yeah, I would say that would be my biggest challenge. The other, that's not true. That's an easy one. The hardest challenge, and you can tell by being at SEMA this past year. I am a little tiny fish. Phoenix E.O.D. Phoenix E.O.D. is a little tiny fish in a sea filled with thousands of chemical companies.
Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge. How do you separate
Fair
yourself? How do you showcase, like we're a different company. And I think it is because of Curmudgeon's Corner. I think it is because of the Pay It Forward campaign. I think it's because, honestly, this is what I love even more than Phoenix, is the Phoenix family.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's like, I'm not really the metric for me is not sales. The metric for me is these relationships.
Sure.
And I've had some absolutely incredible relationships that would not have been able to have if not for Phoenix E.O.D. And that's the biggest reward. And I'm not saying that, to blow smoke up anybody, but like, perfect example, I had 2 guys last month. One guy, Israel, lives in Miami. His internet handle is The Occasional Detailer.
Gotcha.
He had 3 weddings up in New York. And he went to those weddings, and he had Thursday off.
God, that's a busy month.
Right?
3 weddings, dude.
3 weddings and Thanksgiving and, jeepers crow. So he had Thursday off, so he rented a car and drove 2.5 hours down to the Phoenix warehouse, and we hung out, we had lunch. He helped me with the Pay It Forward campaign because he sells power washers, and Keeve donated a bazillion power washers, and I had no idea what I was looking at because there's so many, and they all have different equipment and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And he came up and he was like, "This goes with this, this goes with this, this goes with this," and he sorted everything out and separated it out, and I was just like, "Thank you, God." But the fact that he wanted to come down and hang out at Phoenix is worth everything.
Yeah.
Right? That's 1,000 times more important to me than selling a bottle of Titan.
Sure. Sure.
You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty great. Like it's humbling for sure that people care as much as you do about the brand. You know, like it's really cool.
yeah, it really is. I can't highlight you, but hello, Detailed Obsessed Nation. Oh, there you are. You did show up. He says hello. Two guys. I love our crowd. They take as many innuendos as they possibly can. I'm surprised that Keeve isn't in the chats because I call him the surgeon. He is deadly. He is the silver-tongued devil. I love it when he starts roasting. I
like seeing him and like Eddie go back and forth. You know,
yeah, for sure.
It's fun. For sure.
Rick Smith has got some jabs in there once in a while.
Sure.
All right. So you started posting in 2009.
Let's see here. Yeah, so that would have been
that was before
like
detailing YouTube was a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
What made you decide to hit the upload button for the first time?
The first time was essentially a commercial for my detail business.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. And then I really started taking off. I don't remember why I was doing some like just detail videos, kind of like what a lot of other people doing at the time, like right before or at basically beginning of COVID. And it was, like the ASMR style detail videos. And then and those are okay. I was getting a little bit of traction. And then I did like a breakdown of how to set up a pressure washer gravity fed in the back of your truck. And that got more views. So then I reviewed that specific pressure washer in more depth, and that got more views. So I was like, okay, well, let me go deep in on the pressure washers. And then now, like,
is that how that became like your niche? That was like your thing?
Yeah, for sure. It's just I saw, okay, well, I'm getting more reaction here. Let's go deeper on that. And then I looked at it as like, YouTube is a search engine, and if people search a certain pressure washer, my video will come up and they want to watch a review on it, then it's there. So it's kind of, it gives you that organic without having to be, posting some sort of crazy video and keeping up with it that way. Like, cause a lot of my videos, like they call them evergreen, right? So like a video that I made 5 years ago will still get views today. And that's been the most helpful side of it for me.
Okay. And how is that comes easy for you? Because I would say that for me, that's the number one reason why I don't have more content on my channel, is because I am technologically a pygmy, and the whole idea of editing terrifies me.
So yeah, that's again marketing myself surfing. Way back when I would have like my dad film, but I would cut everything down in like what was it? Not Adobe. I was using Final Cut back then. I was using Final Cut. So I would create my own video. So I was comfortable enough to do basic editing. So that really helped kind of that whole transition as well.
Brian Spittler, he uses iMovie and all that. He just does everything on his phone, and he is like a wizard.
Is he doing it on his phone?
Yeah, the whole thing. Zip, 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 zip. We did the last episode of No Direction Detail yesterday. By the time I got home, he texted me and was like, "It's edited. I'm uploading it right now." I'm like, dude, that's you literally said this one's going to require the most editing, because we were doping off so much yesterday. Like There should be a B reel for what we did yesterday because we're just off script so often and goofing off. And he's like, "There's going to be so much editing, because we're yelling at each other and cursing and and just all kinds of stuff was going off the hand." And he's like, "This is going to take so much editing." And I was just like, "I'm really sorry, man." He's just like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, and it ended up taking, because how far do you live from him?
So I live approximately 2 hours away from him. He used to be a little bit closer, but I don't know if you guys know this, but he just recently changed shops. So he bought that really huge 3-bay detail bay shop, and now he got rid of that and he moved farther away to like this, quiet farmland kind of location, but it has a paint booth in it, it has a lift in it, and it has a detail bay in it. So he basically sold Apex Auto Detailing to his son.
Okay.
And he's focusing primarily on the auction car reconditioning. And so he's like,
that makes sense with that. Yeah.
The paint booth, I can do all that, and then I can use the lift and I can do any kind of mechanical stuff that needs to be done. And he got his used car dealer license.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just flips cars now, and he's very happy with it.
Very cool.
I asked, I said, are you sure you're okay? Like, you shut down your chemical line, you sold off your detailing business, you changed the name of your channel.
Right.
And he was just like, I couldn't be happier. He's like, I'm semi-retired. My interaction with customers is a minimum. I'm very, very content. And I'm like, all right, buddy, as long as you're happy. So
that's one of the things, like, so many times as a detailer, you're cleaning up a car because someone's prepping it for sale, and they understand that investing this amount of money is going to get them X on the return. And so many, I'm sure every detailer thought about it. It's like, why don't I just buy a used car, clean it up, and then sell it for more?
Right.
But he's doing it at a much more, higher level with the paint booth and everything, and the mechanical and all that kind of stuff. But it's a perfect fit.
100%. You know what I mean? Even if he's making $500 a car, flipping them, like, and he does that, 6 times a week.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude.
Ka-ching.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's awesome because some of these cars that he's buying are real beaters. They're real beaters, and he fixes them up and then boom, it says it right off. You know what I mean? You make it look like a nice polished turd. It sells.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, because not everyone. That's another thing you realize when you're detailing cars all the time is the majority of people don't see what we see.
Right.
Like, I mean, a paint job can be terrible, and they're like, "Oh, it looks great," and you're like, "Oh, I don't know." I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't see all those swirls. You don't see those holograms.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. He's doing that though. That's probably a kind of that's a fun process, I would assume.
Yeah, it's really neat to be. He's always been my mentor. Like, when I entered into this industry, I was hired as a salesman. I wasn't into cars. I didn't know anything about detailing. Didn't know anything about detailing products. But I'm an exceptional salesman. And so I learned as much as. Looks like, wow. It's like what, 3 or 4 now. Holy cow!
Very cool.
You're so handsome, bro. Woo. Oh dear Lord. Oh,
you're killing me.
It's not me. It's all you, buddy. But yeah, I'm a fast study, and I'd learned all there was to know about chemicals because I had to go up against. I don't know if you've ever heard of this company called Ardex.
Yes.
But they were the #1 competitor to the old company that I worked for.
Gotcha.
And so it's like, I'd walk in there and they're using, whatever they call it. They called it New Wave was their all-purpose cleaner.
Okay.
And we had a I think the original all-purpose cleaner that we had was like I think it was called X. I forget what it was. Who cares? Doesn't matter what it was called. Doesn't matter what it was called. But the point of the story is I'd go in there and they would be like, and I'd go into a dealership and they were like, your product sucks and this one is great. And so I'd have to go back to the drawing board and figure out, well, how do we make this better and how do we make that better? And because I had to be able to compete with this. In the Delaware Valley, Ardex had been around for 50 some years, and the old company that I worked for had only been around since 2002.
Gotcha.
So I had to compete against that, and learning what their 1500 cut does versus our really crappy 1500 cut. You know what I mean? And you laugh about it, but the truth of the matter is, the product line that they were using, which was basically a B&B white label, they weren't using the products appropriately. Meaning,
interesting.
Like one of them was called Pink Polish, and it was supposed to be the sister to a foam pad polish that was gray. So the foam pad polish is for dark colored cars, and the pink polish is for lighter colored cars. Well, once I started to learn the chemistry, I was like, that's not a polish at all. That's a glaze, and it does nothing for paint correction. You're just filling in holes, and as soon as you get that thing wet, all of those paint incorrections come right back. So like I had to learn chemistry because of the shortcomings of the product line that we were currently pushing.
Did you take that upon yourself, or did they say, hey, we want you to come in more on that side to learn the technical side of it so you can sell?
That was 100% on me. That was 100% on me. I needed, as a matter of fact, I ended up making an Excel spreadsheet. These are all the names of our current product line. This is the names that B&B sells it under. And then I called our account manager, and I went through line by line. I'm like, what exactly does this do? And how does it work? And what is the chemistry behind this one? And what is the chemistry behind this one? And we just went line by line by line. And I did that over COVID. So I was furloughed for about 8 months. Well, that's not true. March to August, whatever that number is.
Okay.
And I just studied chemistry. I just studied chemicals and why one thing works better than another thing.
Very cool.
For every minute Josh shows his hair. Come on now, man. Take that hat off.
It's for the people, man.
We got to get Curmudgeon's Corner on the map.
There.
For the people. Holy hell. I am mesmerized. Wow, maybe you should put that hat back on. This interview is coming to a crash. Good Lord, sir. Holy hell.
It's so funny.
It's hot in here. I don't even know. Dear Lord, son.
It's so funny at SEMA. Was it at SEMA, or was it when Ivan LaCroix? It was either when he came out to my shop, or I think it was at SEMA. But I had taken my hat off, and right away he goes, "Oh, dude, you need to get rid of the hat." I go, "No, it's easy." He goes, "No,
I got it. He's not wrong. It's that AI. Yeah. Hey-oh.
Oh man.
Good Lord, sir.
Yeah, same thing for me though. I started going gray when I guess technically when I started when we got married and then had kids, it kind of went more and more. Started going gray. It started same like you were talking about with your beard. I had one strip, and it's still it's heavy in that spot, but yeah.
He's in. I said he's like Candyman. Just say his name 3 times and he'll appear.
There he is. What's up, Keith?
Seriously though, that is.
I would like to know when. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That is a magnificent coif, I might add. It's just
Thank you.
Phenomenal. Dear Lord, sir. Now you know where the sponsorship came from.
Yeah.
You're the only detailer with an OnlyFans page. Holy balls. Sorry. We're a professional show.
Oh man. Real quick, Keith, I want to see if Keith can jump in, because we were talking earlier. I want to see when he's I don't know if you saw, he put up a story on Instagram. He got the new AR 635. That's their newest one that's supposed to be 3.2 gallon sprint or whatever. We were talking about it earlier, texting, but I want to see when that video is going to be up.
Let me see if I can send him I know what his email address is. I should know what his email. Keith, text me your email address and I'll invite you to the show.
There we go.
Do you want to save your changes? Cancel. All right. So yeah, Keith, text me your email address. I'll invite you to the show, and then you can speak one-on-one with the Silver Devil, if you will.
Oh man.
All right, let's get this thing back on the rails. See, this is why Eileen was so important to Curmudgeon's Corner, is because she would always just
Keep it on track.
She would put me right back where I needed to be.
Oh man, good stuff.
All right. When did you realize people were actually learning from you?
Probably, well, I started getting some comments of like, hey, like a lot of it would be like, hey, I learned a lot from their videos and it motivated me to start my own business. That was kind of the biggest, like, wow, that's super cool. And again, very humbling that my videos are making any sort of impact at all, but to actually help someone push to get started was really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that's happened 2 or 3 times for me, where it was just like, I guess I gave them confidence, encouragement enough to do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
I talk about that all the time. I am like, I am so genuine when I say that I'm a moron. So if I can do it, you can do it for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's like there's
but we all know that's not true. I mean, I do appreciate the self-deprecation, but
no, I can't remember anything. When people ask me like about a thing that I made a video on, I'm like, I don't know. Let me go watch the video again because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Josh V taught me how to spend money I didn't even know I had.
Sorry. I did that early on in life too. Like when I was younger, when I first, again, starting the detail business, I was spending way more money on ads than I should have been. That's for sure. Because it wasn't panning out, at least again, because I was discounting stuff so much.
Sure. So, I mean, let me ask you this. So you are, there he is. All right. 1 second. I'm going to segue here real quick, boys and girls. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves.
We got Keith coming in.
Yeah, I just got to fire off the email. Car. Oh, I should have known. That's what it was. Duh. That should. Oh no, I spelled that. There, that should work. All right. Yeah, send it without a subject. He knows what it is. All right, I just sent it to you. All right. Okay, yeah. So you do the transition to mobile detailing, and then and now I know that you have the DTLR Supply.
Yep.
Detailer Supply, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, I just said get rid of the vowels,
That's all. So did that become a brick and mortar for the store, or did that become brick and mortar for the detail first? Like, what, the chicken or the egg, which came first?
So no, so originally it was kind of in conjunction. So I started off with the website, and I got it. Well, actually, so what really happened was I initially got a really small warehouse to start filming more content out of. With that, I also started doing ceramic coatings out of that location. Then we got into a place where I had opened up DTLRsupply.com, and I started needing to warehouse more stuff. So I moved into a little bit bigger of a place where I started focusing more on ceramic coatings out of the shop, plus all the back end warehouse and fulfillment. And then now it's a full on brick and mortar. So with that, a lot of people would say, hey, can I come pick stuff up? And it's just because I have so many things going on, I wasn't always available to do that. So I finally opened up an actual brick and mortar location. It's just purely detail supplies. We sell DI water and all that kind of stuff. So that's been, go ahead.
Finish your thought. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But no worries. I was just saying that's been the brick and mortar has been open for a month and a half to 2 months, something like that.
Okay. So what was the motivation to do the supply company, the Detailer Supply? What was that motivate? Well, I think I want to.
Yeah, I think it's just I realized the reach on YouTube. So I wanted to kind of maximize that and start bringing it in. I always had the idea of having a brick and mortar location. I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to sell the DI water. Always wanted to do that. And the website was the stepping stone to opening up the actual retail location.
And then now we have Quiver.
Yes. Yep. So at the store, at the store, we have, obviously I carry Quiver. We carry a bunch of different brands, but yeah, Quiver's been
not all of them.
Well, let's get it in there, bud. Let's get it in there.
Yay!
Sold. You're a hell of a salesman. But yeah, so that was, initially with Quiver, it was focused on the pressure washer and accessories, and then started doing the chemical line to really selfishly was for my own needs, right? So I brought my brother on board on the detail side of the business, and I wanted something where I could kind of systemize and be like, these are the products we use, and then that work super, super well for the situations that I'm in all the time. So. Okay.
And it's very interesting. And I would imagine that your years of experience with pressure washers, like you knew how to dial that in really, really well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm very, very reliant on the engineers.
Sure.
But I can communicate exactly what I want out of it. One of the biggest things that I found is working with different manufacturers, trying to narrow that in, is really getting to see what their testing is like. And in a case of like, hey, yeah, we're like, for example, one that I was working with, they would say, yeah, the machine's running at 14.5 amps and we're getting 1200 PSI, for example, right?
Right.
And so it would be a case of, I would get it and I would test it. I'm like, dude, this thing's over 15 amps and I'm not getting 1200 PSI. I'm not getting the GPM you're stating. And then working closely with them, we went back and forth and come to find out, like, they test the number that they're giving me is after the machine is completely warmed up, once the fluids have been going through. So it would be like, yeah, it would start and it would be over 15 amps. And then eventually it would, after 3 to 5 minutes, it would be under 15 amps. But I was like, that's not how that's not how I test on the channel. Like if other ones are that I'm going to be competing with are under 15 amps right away, I need to be under 15 amps right away, not after 5 minutes. So
Jamie the cleaner is asking, he mounted his Ryobi sideways. Is that a bad idea?
It's a good question, Jamie. Sideways, how?
I feel like this is a loaded question. Yeah. I'm just gonna
sideways, like, I'm trying to think how we would have mounted this. Like in the position where like my pressure washer will be able to vertically, or did you have it this way and then mount it up against? We can shoot me a text, but we'll figure that out. It should be. I think you should be fine with a universal motor like that. Yeah, that's a good question. I'd have to see it. I don't know.
Everybody's saying vertical. It looks awesome, Jamie.
Oh, it's let's see here. It's up apparently, huh? I'm gonna have to. I'll do some.
That's fine.
I'll try.
That's fine. I'm trying to get Keith.
Okay, cool.
But I don't know if he got my. Maybe he had the same problem.
Maybe it bounced back. Yeah, you're passing virus around,
I don't know what that is all about. It is bananas.
Yeah, I feel like I lose. I wasn't sure because I lose so many things in Gmail now. I feel like they kind of broke up the. Like,
he says he's going to send you a pic.
Okay, cool. I want to see this.
All right, let me try it again. Cars with Keith. Did I spell it right?
Yeah. Everyone, go email Kiev now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty generic. Yeah. It's a pretty generic. Pretty easy to. I was like, oh, I probably should have known that.
I see, Jamie. That does look good, dude. That's very cool. For anybody that hasn't seen it there. The only thing I would question, I guess, is the quality of the seals to see if there's anything. Is he here?
Yeah, he's here. Ready?
Yep.
Boom.
Yo.
What's up, Keith? How are you, bud?
You needed some spice in the show, didn't you?
This is just like SEMA 2024 for me.
Yeah. So when's your video coming out on the 635, dude?
Monday.
Monday.
If I can get it
Nice.
edited. I was supposed to be editing right now.
Oh, we interrupted you.
I got three and a half hours of footage. So
Ask Keeve. He's kind of smart.
Yeah, what do you think, bro, about Eddie's Jamie's setup of the pressure washer mounting it sideways?
The oil is the only thing I'd be worried about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. How the seals are set up to be able to have it not leak.
Yeah, I would have the pump side down, which looks like he does have the pump side down.
It does, yeah. Yeah, just so you don't starve it.
I mean, it's a Ryobi. If it dies, you just bring it back to Home Depot and get another one.
Yes, but you know so I guess they changed their return policy.
Oh, really?
Because I guess same thing. I guess so. They do that with Home Depot does that with air conditioners and things like that. Because so many people, when heat wave would come, they'd go buy an air conditioner, one of those little standalone ones, and then heat wave would go and they'd go return it. So they said, hey, no more of that. But if a case of it breaking, they'd still cover it. So yeah, so I'm excited to see your video on the 635 though, for sure. Like we were talking about, there's some interesting things that'll be good to go through for sure.
It was interesting for sure.
How was your SEMA experience?
I didn't get the best blooper on earth either on video.
What happened?
I disconnected my Ely hose, and if you're not careful, you can pull that thumb.
Yeah.
Just right everywhere. In my face. I got mad. I slammed it on the ground. It started spraying everywhere. Yeah. I threw down 3 times as hard as I could and still wouldn't break it. So
it's pretty good quality there. They it's funny, dude. At my supply shop now, the brick and mortar one, right out the back, we have a water system set up to sell deionized water, and I have a camera set up there. And the other day, he's a friend of mine now, but he texted me, he's like, dude, check your camera. And he was wrapping up the hose, but his tank is kind of set up in his van, kind of weird, so it's hard to get in there. And he pulled it out, and it dumped water all over his head in the middle of the night.
I'm going to put cameras in 4 corners of the garage so I can always capture something.
Always have it. Yeah, smart.
That's fun.
Very smart. Just do Simply Safe or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing makes me madder than winding that hose on that. Let me see on that picture again. Yeah, it's a little wound up, Jamie, for sure.
Hey, so how was your Thanksgiving?
How long is that hose? 200 feet? Jesus.
It does look like a big one. Yeah, it does look long. Yeah.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving, Keith? I haven't talked to you since forever.
Yeah, I think I did.
Aaron looks like
I didn't get any fatter, so that was okay.
Yes, Rick Smith. I am lost because I don't know anything about what they're talking about. It's quite all right. I'm just it's fine. Like everybody in the chats knows what you're talking about. So
yeah, where's that?
Do your thing.
Yeah, there it is. It's up on the wall.
That's the 635 there.
Yeah.
Got it. There it is. Is it? Does it
you have to run a 3/8 hose?
Kind of reach Ivan's bus.
Does it? It does. Yeah. Is that what Jamie said?
That's what AMI detail said.
Nice. You can't. Is there a significant weight difference between that one and the 630?
Nope.
No.
It's 48 pounds without the cord and 53 pounds with the cord. So actually, to me, is like I think it has the same weight. I think it's about 53 pounds. Yeah, they're exactly the same. They said the same footprint, same diameter. Everything's the same.
Did they increase the motor size? Is it a
it looks like an even lower RPM 4-pole motor. Because with the 1/4-inch hose, it hums like a big boy.
Breaking the news right now. Yeah, but that's with the 1/4-inch hose. On the 3/8, it was fine.
Yeah, it's ultra restrictive 1/4-inch hose. You lose like 100, well over 100 psi.
Josh, we have customers asking, so I'm going to ask you now. I know you're coming out with teal hose. Some want to know if you'll have the braided in teal as well.
As of now, no. It's something I can look into for sure. But working with Pearl Pulse, they make it really, really easy to color match things. So that was just a natural way to go with that hose for sure. So with the steel braided option, we'll see. I'll look into that more and see what we can do with it.
Question there. The 635 is a 120 volt, 20 amp. So with the stock nozzle, it's still like it'll start out in the 18s, and it will just, as you run it, it will just keep going, and then it regulates at about like 19.1.
And it's running a NEMA 20 plug.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't need those. You just get one
Chop
of those
it
little
off.
adapters.
Yeah.
Link in the description below.
But those adapters are all 15 amp, aren't they? Or did you find one that's 20?
Well, my amp meter is a 15 amp.
Okay.
So then I put the adapter on there so I can plug the 20 amp plug into my 15 amp amp meter.
Gotcha.
Because it'll still read well up into 25 amp range. So
yeah. I started running that clamp meter. You know,
I can't get the damn thing to work. I'm
really
retarded. Yeah.
I had heard from, I can't remember who was telling me, they were like, oh, that's a way more accurate way of doing it than the other one. I don't get any difference. So I don't. Using the other one.
But then you have to do a math equation to get it into the right number.
Yeah, division and all that. Yeah, especially when you use that one thing, it multiplies it by 10, and yeah. And I don't like that. I told you I'm a moron, and I like to do that.
Will your new gun pass the Kiev swivel test?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the same swivel that I had on it. So, but Kiev, I'm gonna be doing a black variant for you, bud.
Oh, good.
Yes. But what do you have against the teal? Because your cars have like a color change. Teal.
Well, I mean, it's more like green. It's more like green blue. It's aquamarine. It's not teal. It's aquamarine.
Whatever. When you said that, I was like, what? But look at this car, dude.
It's a color change, you know.
Yeah. So depending on how you feel, yeah, you can. Yeah. Oh man. No, I'm super excited for that, for the gun. Actually, Aaron, the designer that I'm using for the redesign is in Irvine.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I drive up there quite a bit and meet up with them
awesome.
and stuff. So yeah.
Man, again, going back and following the bike trail that I used to take to Balboa passed by this bowling alley, and we were talking earlier in the chats. I probably dumped 1 million quarters into that arcade at the bowling alley. I was playing pole position, Tron, and Airwolf. Those are the 3 games. And I mean, I would have a bulge in my pocket on the way on the way to the beach, and then I would pump all of those quarters in there.
For that.
Pump all those quarters, and then just save enough for a drink when I got to Balboa.
Very nice. Very nice. Did you guys have Nickel City?
I don't remember a Nickel City. No.
I wonder if that was just a San Diego thing. I don't know.
I don't remember it. I remember there was a Timeout. That was an arcade for at most of the malls that we used to hang out at. It was a place called Timeout.
Okay.
But this was just a bowling alley. You know what I mean? You could, back in the day when you could still smoke and drink beers and throw bowling balls. That was the best time. Yeah. I have a bulge in my pocket ever since Josh took his hat off. So good.
Who said that? Oh, God.
Hippo. It's up on the screen. It's up on the screen.
There it is.
Keith, did you use that Bear Force did you see that Bear Force has a version 2 of the foam cannon?
Oh no. I have a Bear Force that here, I'll get it real quick.
Hey, Titan Tim's in the house. Whoop, whoop. That's fantastic.
That is
tried.
You're a rock star.
This Bear Force with the magnetic.
Oh no, they do have that.
It's magnetic, and this is a piston drive. It doesn't have a straw, so the piston just drives up.
I wonder. Does it show? Is that made in China or is it?
It's 3D printed. Like literally look at the quality. It's literally 3D printed.
I wonder. So you familiar with the company Wash Day?
I think they're the one that made the other magnetic one, right?
Yeah. I think they're. That's probably because
I heard it was a small. It was a small Chinese company. It wasn't a big manufacturer.
Well, Wash Day's Korean, I believe.
Wow.
So yeah.
But supposedly it's got this piston drives up, and they give you a little stick that you push it back down.
No way.
Yeah.
So like after
it's
magnetic. You think it'll pass my tests?
Drop test.
Well, my question is, if it's piston driven, doesn't it create enough pressure to pop that magnet all the time?
There's no
Gotcha.
relief. There's no vent relief on it. So
especially if it's a thicker soap, that's gotta.
Yeah, you would think that the pressure would build up quickly, and that didn't seem like a very strong magnet. So boop,
no, it's not.
and boop.
That's why I've had it for 3 months and I haven't reviewed it yet.
That's
Review that thing. I want to see if the
I have on the other side of this wall here is 3 full shelves of stuff. It's about 4 or 5 months worth of products that I have to get through. I've been buying up in November, December to get my tax write-offs for this year.
Yeah, fair enough. That was the good part about opening a store. I think I'll be okay on taxes this year just because I put so much money into that, and it was all.
There's like a lot of rich people. They buy gas stations because gas stations have huge overhead and they don't make money, so there's a big tax shelter.
And a lot of it is cash, so
Yeah.
they don't necessarily have to report it.
Yeah.
Josh, will you be selling the carton sprayer in your shop?
As of right now, no. I was thinking about doing like a Quiver branded one, but at SEMA, every single brand was there, so I was like, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I have the X foamer. I just haven't done the video on it yet.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to show this to you, Keeve. Someday it'll focus. There you go.
It looks like the chemical guy's manifold. That doesn't foam very well.
With the head of it, like the big mouth.
The top part, that's the chemical guy's big
that
mouth
didn't foam well
can
at all. The original one, yeah.
Yeah, it's green, so it's not showing up on my green screen. That's why there's a big hole.
Oh, that's what's going on. I was like, what is the deal here?
Yeah, no, the end piece is green, and so therefore
Aaron doesn't want to show the skeletons in his closet behind him.
Harry, hold on a second, you cowboy. Visual effects. How do I turn this off? It's just none. There you go. Boop.
There it is.
Green screen.
There you go.
Yeah,
neon green. Right. Neon green with a turquoise
straw there. Yep.
Yeah, those manifolds usually don't do well, but I mean, when I don't have anything to do, I'll get one. Because I got a 675, the new 675. I've got just tons of stuff. Because come January, I'll be doing three videos a week.
Show us your search history. My search history. That's a good one. Here we go. My search history is Instagram login, Josh V, Facebook, UPS, Phoenix E.O.D. LLC.
No, we need you to go to your Google page.
I am on my Google
type
page.
In P.
Look, I'll share it with you. Look, look. Hold on a second. Here, I'll share it with you. Share screen.
We want to see what shows up.
Oh man.
I'm trying because there's nothing on there. I can't. It won't let me share it. Cancel. It's share screen. Oh, new tab. There you go. Look, that's exactly it. This is it. Look, that's it.
Type in
bunch of heathens. And guess what? Our daily bread. Oh, that's devotions. So
it is.
Kiss my butt. This house is clean. Keith, do you know if we can replace the foam tip on the X foamer to a spray head?
I don't know if they sell it, but I think you can. I mean, I have 2 of the original carton water sprayers, and I have an original carton foamer before the X foamer came out. I never made videos on because you can never get them. There's no use in it.
Yeah.
And then the X foamer comes out and it's $150 freaking dollars.
It is a lot of money, yeah, for sure. But
hey, Gary's in the house, and he says that foamer isn't available in the States yet.
What, the X foamer?
That's what he says.
It's
They
available.
have a dedicated foamer and sprayer. But the foamer isn't available in the States yet.
Yeah, it's X foamer. The brand X foamer is carton. Go to xfoamer.com.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot
that's carton. That's
yeah.
Carton's. So a guy approached Carton to sell in the US and said, you need a better name. Carton's not going to do it. So he came up with X foamer, and X foamer is the North American, is Canada and US.
But are they getting outside of that, right? Because they were at SEMA as Carton.
Carton was there, but X-Foamer had a table. The guy that was the North American distributor for him
Understood.
under X-Foamer had a table at the booth. Ivan brought me over and introduced me to him.
That was the table where that you could spray into that little cubby.
There's just a table on the side with just some boxes on it, and that was like his display. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
He somehow got them because we've been asking for a while to get it to the United States.
Interesting.
And then
and they're Korean as well, right?
Carton is. The guy bringing it in, he's Canadian.
Okay.
Ivan knows him. He's from his area of Canada.
Got it.
Bum. X-Foamer is what plant
available on Amazon, huh?
America. Idiocracy.
I got it right here. Let me get it real quick.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea for maybe the two of you guys to have your own show. Like, damn.
It's just time is the only.
Yeah, I turned Eddie and Jamie down. You know, I don't got time for that kind of stuff.
Can't cookie someone from this.
So this is the X-Foamer.
Really, I was like, please hire me back for season 2, please. I promise I'll be a good.
I don't get this because they sell this, but they don't sell an extra one. So what is the use in having this as detachable?
They have other
in a couple of years. They're going to have a polisher. They have a polisher, but it's not for sale. And on their website, they don't sell an extra one, so you can't hot swap them. I have 2, so I can hot swap them. This is the original Carton foamer.
Yep.
Eddie gave this to me like a year ago.
Yep. No, but the little polisher head and stuff that like. So I don't know what else.
I don't like how this works though. It's like.
Have you had it where you push the button and it doesn't function?
I don't know. Let's see.
It's just because the contact points weren't lining up for me. So
yeah, that's what this is.
Put it back on, and then
I'm pushing it out. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's worth $150.
But how do you like? But the E-Foamer, IK E-Foamer.
It's good. If you don't get it to stop. One of mine broke and it just runs constant.
Oh, really? It just goes and goes?
I mean, it's got a pressure switch. It's not like it's going to get any more pressure than is already in it.
Right.
You'd have time to do a podcast if you didn't mow 4 times a week.
Well, that would be downgrading from the 6 or 7 times that I do now. I'm taking a break right now. I haven't mowed my grass in like 3 months. It's great.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Who are you and what have you done with Michael?
I think I was talking to my designer about you and how crazy you are with lawn care.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? I go, dude, he's nuts. Like he takes out like hair clippers and trips around stuff.
Listen, I'm gonna take you guys on a field trip so you can see my Christmas present to myself. So this is a bit ridiculous.
Whoever idea was to bring Keith on,
I know, dude.
You hit gold. You hit gold, kids.
That's my Christmas present to myself.
Oh yeah, you just posted that, didn't you?
Yeah.
So what's
1,100 pound capacity? It's got an electric dump bed on it.
I have a Yamaha Mule, but I don't have the electric dump bed. I just have the manual. You know.
So I was going to get it's a Mule called Mule 4010.
Okay.
Because it has like electric? A second row seat that collapses into the bed.
Yep.
But it's not a turf safe tire. It's not a turf safe differential. So if you make a quick turn, you'll just rip your grass to pieces.
That's what the purpose of it. Okay, got it.
You gotta have basically street tires. You can't have like mud tires.
How big is your property? You got a lot of grass. 3/4.
3/4 of an acre. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's a big machine for a 3/4 of an acre, but I'm out there with 100 pounds of sand every other day. So.
God, dude. I have the I have the mule and a tractor.
Why?
What's the sand do?
Anytime you have any area of the yard where the grass isn't growing, Bermuda just loves sand, so you just fill it up with sand, and it helps offset and overtake the Georgia red clay that we have. That's really highly acidic and hard. So the more sand you use, the rain it builds up the soil and creates a softer soil for the Bermuda to grow in.
Have you tried?
You take a divot, you put sand in the divot.
Have you tried weeds?
It
works great. It works great here in New Jersey. I've got nothing but nice green weeds everywhere. It's awesome.
I mean, I'm not crazy lawn care. I don't highly chemical the yard, so I actually do let weeds grow in. But if you keep it mowed,
Yeah,
the,
so do
the
I.
problem ones stay out and the kind of grassy ones stay in. So it kind of mixes
Get
together.
those little wild strawberries that are all real tiny. That's nice. Deer, it brings the deer in. The dogs love it. Oh, it's fantastic. Hey, Conway,
man.
good to see you, buddy. Still waiting for that phone call. Don't say anything. Anyway,
So good. What do you guys got
to
planned
answer
for?
some questions in the chat there? Like,
Oh, there you go.
I think you said the X-Farmer works well for rinseless, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
yeah, I've been playing with that thing a lot, so I've been using that for that. Over time, it seems like because it's got the little like felt foaming agent inside the nozzle, and it seems like that clogged up from too much pressure of not having. I don't know exactly why, but because it just happened to me once, and I was like, that's weird. I cleared that back out, and then it worked perfect again. So
Yeah, like the IKE foamer works great for rinseless too. I don't really see a
Yeah,
reason
same
to
deal.
get the multi-sprayer. You can just use the foamer for it.
Yep.
it
And if the
only
product doesn't
foams
foam,
if the
there we
rinseless
go.
is a foam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Nemesis.
I hear you.
We try to make it so that Hydra doesn't foam, but one of the surfactants in Hydra is super foamy, but it's not really why we,
It'll break down on the surface.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you guys got planned for the holidays?
That's an interesting question.
Next weekend we're going to, it's kind of what you call a split weekend date. So she wants to go to Biltmore Estate, which is only like hour and a half from the house up in Asheville. And they do a big tour for Christmas, and the King Tut exhibit is there. And then Friday night before that, we're gonna go to Cherokee and go to Harrah's, stay at Harrah's that night. I'll spend a couple grand in the casino, and then we'll go to her thing.
Do you like to gamble?
Yeah, you're a big gambler. So do you go
Not
pretty
big.
heavy in Vegas?
I think I've cleared $500 in Vegas. I think I spent $3 or $4 grand,
But at the end of the day, you were up 500.
yeah, I was ahead. Yeah.
Okay, cool, nice.
There you go. I have split family. So like I have two stepsons, and Jacob's mom and I are not together. So we usually, Christmas was never my holiday. It was always Thanksgiving and 4th of July.
Got it.
So like when we did our custody battle, I gave up Christmas to make sure I had Thanksgiving and the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Gotcha.
So we could always go home to my parents' house in Pittsburgh and stuff like that. And since my stepsons obviously have other parents, and now they're both in committed relationships, we try to do like a holiday, like we'll do Christmas on an off day. So it's like, hey, pick a Sunday,
yeah,
and we'll do Christmas then or whatever. Just because it's just too much on everybody to try to like hit 4 houses in a day.
Yeah, for sure.
What is that movie, 4 Christmases? So
Yeah.
yeah. So we try to just like, don't worry about us, you know what I mean? And before I met my wife, Jacob wouldn't come over until like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So Christmas for me, I'd wake up, drink a cup of coffee, maybe around 11 a.m. I'd start wrapping presents, because I had hours before he showed up.
Yeah.
So the holidays, this one isn't really a great big deal for me, but my dad and my mom are coming out around New Year's. So for the first time in I think about 5 years, we might actually celebrate New Year's. Normally I'm in bed by 10:30 on New Year's because I don't care. Yeah. But they're coming out. So that's going to be good. So maybe we'll just push Christmas back until they get here, and we'll do Christmas and New Year's, and that'll be fun.
Very nice.
But, yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
For sure. What about you?
I don't know. We always have my family comes over. So we have 4 acres and it's San Diego, right? So our outdoor is like we can have people over.
Wait, you said you have 4 acres in San Diego?
Yeah, we're on the outskirts of San Diego, but yeah, it's still San Diego County. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I come work for you?
Come drive the tractor.
Come be your indentured servant. 4 acres in San Diego. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So my family comes over Christmas Eve, and then my wife's family comes over Christmas Day.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I don't know. We might. I've been toying with the idea of taking a trip between Christmas and New Year's since the kids are off school, but I haven't locked anything in yet.
Yeah.
So we have next Christmas plan. Next Christmas we're doing a Caribbean cruise.
There you go.
And out of Miami, and then we're going to rent a car and drive back to Orlando, and then spend 2 or 3 days at Universal, and then drive back home.
Nice. Very
nice.
That is
nice. That is
where,
nice.
Where
we only do that every 2. We only do that every 2 or 3 years. A big vacation like that.
Where are you going in the Caribbean? Do you know what islands yet?
My wife booked it. I have no idea. It's
because Josh has probably surfed it. So
I've been to quite a few of the islands, but again, I think usually you might a lot of times they stay in like the British Virgin Islands and all that kind of stuff, which wasn't my territory, so haven't been there. But
I think if I were to ever do like the Caribbeans, I'd want to do like all the pirate the pirate ports. There's one in particular that caught my eye. I was watching what was it? The Black Sails, that TV series Black Sails, and there was
that.
Oh, it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Another great place for pirate stuff is like Savannah.
Yeah.
Georgia, about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
we live about 3 or 4 hours from Savannah.
All of that lower East Coast, there was like 3 or 4 towns like Blackbeard used to like hang out at. Like I think
there's a restaurant that sits kind of inland, and there's a tunnel that goes from the bottom of the restaurant all the way to the beach.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. I was big into pirates as a younger lad.
I thought you were talking about like the movies, because I know like St. Lucia was one of the filming spaces and all that kind of stuff, which we'd go to a lot. But yeah, that was. I don't know if there's any like real pirate history. I'm sure there probably is, but I don't know if there's anything like that.
I heard Epstein Island is nice this time of year.
Oh, that's funny. Good God. Port Royal, Jamaica, Tortuga, Haiti, Nassau. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Nassau.
Bahamas,
Nassau, Bahamas, Montebas, Cuba, and St. Thomas are also served as vital hideouts, excuse me. And then
nothing for St. Lucia?
Nothing for St. Lucia, no. Not that the AI girlfriend said. So
yeah, fair enough. There's is it Jade Coast? Yeah, look up Jade Coast or Jade Mountain, St. Lucia.
Okay.
Insane resort, so sick.
Akroka Island in North Carolina, Black Bears haunt, and Baratia Bay in Louisiana also were big ones.
What? Interesting.
Yeah. Which one did you want? Which one did you say?
It's just a resort. It has nothing to do with pirates, but well, I mean, it looks like the movie in the background, but it's called Jade Mountain Resort in St. Lucia.
St. Lucia, there it is. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Just go.
While Jade Mountain Resort isn't itself a pirate port, it is located in St. Lucia, an island rich in pirate lore. Famous spots like Pigeon Island, a historic pirate lair for Jam de Bois, and a picturesque Margot Bay in Pirates of the Caribbean filming location, offering guests easy access to these legendary pirate-themed spots from its luxurious base overlooking the Pittons.
Yeah, it's a beautiful island.
You heard it here first, folks. Now you know.
Now you know. You got your pirate history.
Oh, where is Eileen when we need to keep the show on the tracks? All right. You know what? I'm going to keep this questions for you, even though this is even though this is Josh's show. So you've been a part of this community for a long time. Why does the Pay It Forward hit you in the chest the way that it does? Why, like 2 years in a row, you have contributed unbelievably generous. Why why?
I don't know. It's something I'm passionate about, and it's different. And I know the money's going to, and the money and the products are going to go where they're supposed to go.
Thank you.
You know, and I have a surplus of that type of product, so it works out the best that way.
Dude, it was amazing. Josh, I don't know.
And I know when I first started before YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't have. I now have more money. I have more expendable income now than I did when I first started. Sure. I was like bottom of the barrel doing Ryobi stuff and this and that, and everything I was buying is what I was using. It wasn't for a review. It was just to make content. You needed it. And then as the content grew, it pays for the product. So they just sit on the shelf over here. Yeah. I would love for you to get a make it a full charity so I can.
Yeah, that's actually what
write it off.
We are definitely working on that. My accountant, she's a wonderful person. She's also a family friend, so it's hard to abuse her. But she said that she would help me file and make this a legitimate charity, so that everybody who's been donating all this stuff can.
Yeah, which is why my video of going to Myrtle Beach is I have to have it, because if the tax man comes calling for these assets that I wrote off, right, and I didn't get rid of them, where are they?
Right.
Here's the video of me giving them to Aaron.
Yeah, for sure. And we've made a lot of video of the front room where this stuff is all at. And of course, the occasional detailer, he came up and he sorted all of that stuff out. And
I'm glad I did, because I did not want to do that FaceTime.
I know. Neither did I, dude. Neither did I.
I would have just drove up there. Now next year, like in January, I'm going everywhere. I don't have to talk to you, Josh, but I'm going to come visit you for sure.
That's a long drive for you.
My wife, she travels from business to Yuma once a month. So she flies into San Diego. So I was like, well, I'll just fly with you to San Diego, and I'll go to see our Spotless. I'll go bother Josh for a minute or two.
Yep.
I'll show up at a mobile detail wash and I'll turn his water off while he's working something.
I'm not letting you in the store because everything's exposed. You could really.
I'm going to see Eddie. I'm going to drop everything in Eddie's garage. I'm going to see Jamie, see what the swamp water is all about.
Yeah.
Sounds rough.
I definitely want to go see Chicago and see Jason and
Rick Smith has definitely been talking about doing another Soar and Restore. So we're going to have to do that again. I'm not sure exactly where we're doing it. Maybe we'll do Nashville or something, but we definitely need to get the band back together, because that was so much fun. Doing 4 Guys 1 Sock was just absolutely an epic time. We had a great time.
What was that? I don't know what that is. What was that?
So Socrates was doing his Thor live stream. You know how he's Sox Media, and Keeve named it 4 Guys 1 Sock, because there was 4 of us and Socrates, and so he was like,
"That's pretty good."
4 Guys 1 Sock. We had so much fun on that live stream.
It's a lot more innocent than it sounds.
Yes,
sure.
It was bananas.
Speaking of sock, the only guy I've ever seen go to a $50 crab buffet and eat nothing but chicken nuggets and kids pizza.
Seriously, he has the culinary palate of a 12-year-old. It's bananas.
I gotta respect it though, that he's not faking it just because you're in that situation. He goes, I'm gonna go eat what I want to eat.
Yeah, but there were other things there besides just seafood. Like they had prime rib and steaks and all kinds of other things. But no, he's eating slices of pizza and chicken nuggets. Like that was it, and maybe and some French fries. It was like, oh my god, dude,
that's incredible.
Yeah. So we got. Let's see. I have a starred question. That's where I got. Is there any depreciation schedule for a pressure washer?
It's full write-off.
Yeah, but maybe it
depends. I mean, if it's under $2,500 for me, I always fully write it off. Josh, do you do an S corp? Are you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Don't want to pay that full self-employment tax on everything.
Exactly. And in California, I didn't know this, because we have the $800 filing fee every year, regardless.
Oh, really?
But it's also, then I thought that was it. S corp, everything else transferred through to the personal, and you pay your tax on that. But if you make enough, I can't remember what the percentage is. I never made it until a couple of years ago, and then all of a sudden I got a tax bill for the S corp too. I was like, "What the heck is this?" I talked to my accountant. He goes, yeah, it's a percentage. If you make over that percent to the 800, you have to pay that too. I was like,
when you asked him if he was an escort, that's not a prostitution thing, is it?
I mean, my accountant told me we'll run an LLC, and then if some point during the year it looks like we'll be at a certain number, then we can file the escort back to the beginning of the year. I said, but if I do that, then I'll have to pay myself a full salary at that last half of the year for the reasonable salary that you're supposed to pay yourself.
Yeah.
But I want to do it because I want to pay myself. I want to be able to do my own IRA pre-tax, but then I also want to do the self-employed 401k.
Yep.
That you can do, and then your spouse can contribute to that too as well.
Yep. Well, even the SEPs, I guess the way I have my corporation set up is 51-49. My wife has 49%.
Oh, mine is set up 100% single.
Got it. Yeah. So I can do it anyway. But yeah, I have a SEP IRA now. But the solo 401k, you can the contribution amount is the same. I think it's 67,000 a year or something like that you can contribute into it. But if you do it as a solo
70 now.
Yeah, because it keeps going up every year. Yeah. So but if you have a solo 401k, you don't have to show nearly as you don't have to pay yourself as much to be able to do that full contribution. So it definitely makes sense.
It's post-tax, so you're only taxing the dividends. But yeah, my wife is crazy. My wife's a CFO, so she's
dude.
That's why I can go in. That's why in January
you're dialed in.
There's not many people on here. In January, I'm going full-time YouTube. That's going to be my big announcement. But she's so successful that I can actually do this. So I'll be a stay-at-home dad YouTuber, and it's gonna be fun. That's all I gotta say.
Are you gonna stick to strictly YouTube, you think, or do you have any other? I know
YouTube.
Yeah,
just YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't have any aspiration. Somebody asked in chat if me and you would ever make a phone cannon that does metering or something. I'm like, I have no aspiration to sell
to do any sort of product. Yeah,
I just review them.
Yep, drop them off buildings.
Yeah, overhead's a lot less that way.
That's the thing, man. Is like, there's only so many hours in the day, and now like I have so many things going on. Sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this one when I could be, what's the best return on time?
Yeah.
And so it's just, but I look at it long term too. I'm trying to,
because my wife, she's like heavily she wants to retire at a specific age, and the age is based off of all these tax things that we're learning.
Mm-hmm.
Like forever we had an HSA, and we were always spending out the HSA, not realizing that HSA is a triple tax shelter. You max it out and you never use that money.
Yep.
So
I can't remember where I learned
you can write off, when you retire, you can write off 10 years backwards. So you can take that and you can write off all of the medicals against it and use that towards your retirement. It's crazy.
Yep.
Stay-at-home dad. Isn't your kid like 24 years old?
Yeah, my youngest just got his learners, so he's 15.
Keeve is doing TikTok dance videos on January 1st. Keeve foam party on
your son
on OnlyFans.
Huh? No, my son at SEMA. He's already graduated college.
Gotcha.
Yeah. My youngest though, he's 15.
15.
It was really nice meeting your boy, by the way. He's an absolutely a wonderful young man, for sure.
Yeah, if he has more anxiety than I do, so I was surprised at how well he did.
Oh, I wouldn't have
he
thought
wanted
that
to be
at all.
he wanted to be in Vegas. He wanted to go to SEMA. So I was like, hey, I'll give you a free ride. You just gotta hold that camera all day long.
It worked.
Yeah.
This is off topic, and you don't have to answer. But like, any medications for anxiety?
Me?
Or do you just deal with it? Yeah. No. Yeah. See, I do.
I did years ago.
Really? You suffer from anxiety?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I had an adverse effect like 15 years ago, and I started getting those side effects of like certain thoughts and stuff.
Really?
So yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I think it was about a month in.
Many moons ago, I was on Prozac.
Yeah.
But that turned me into a zombie. I had no opinion about anything. I was just.
How good would that have been?
What? No opinion about anything?
Aaron with no opinion.
Listen, you. I've let you commandeer this show for the last half an hour, so give me a little grace.
Nice,
give me a little grace, huh? Damn.
Oh man.
I didn't need meds until I met Aaron.
I mean, through the YouTube has been the biggest thing that for me. Now the anxiety levels are like social anxiety and anxiety. I have two different. Social anxiety, I think I'm starting to get over it, as long as I'm interested in whatever I'm in the crowd with.
Sure. So like SEMA, you're okay, kind of deal.
Yeah. But if say I go to a crowded restaurant and I don't know anybody there, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But from an anxiety, something that unexpected can completely trip me, and my blood pressure will go up, and
Yeah, I would get like panic attacks. I would get panic attacks when I was in like middle school. They put me on medication, and then like my schoolwork went just like, because I just didn't care. Like it was like all my worries were gone. I don't like, I'd go into class like, oh, I forgot to do my homework, and my friend would be like, hey, you want a coffee, man? I'm like, nah, I don't care, you know. And then once I had my first daughter, I think we talked about this with Matt when we did this with Obsessed Garage. But yeah, my first flight after I had my daughter, panic attack on a plane. And then and I was wearing, and then since then I've been wearing Apple Watches. Had one, I look and my heart rate's just like through the roof. So, but again, I think it's more just like a loss of control, like on flights and stuff like that. It would throw me quite bad, but I've been getting over that pretty good. So yeah, it's all a process, man.
So like growing up, like my dad being who my dad was, you know, a Marine and all that other stuff, we'd be like at a restaurant, and he'd be like, and I was like 10, 12 years old, whatever. And he's like, all right, a gunman walks through the front door. What do you do? I'm like, I don't know. And he was just like, you know, and so it was that kind of thing where now that I'm a grown man, it's impossible for me to be in a public place where I'm not, you know, you and I could be having a conversation, but I'm just looking around all the time because now I want to just make sure I see anything that might be out of the norm. And it drives my wife absolutely bananas.
Yeah, do you already have like exit points picked out?
Oh, sure. 100%.
Exit points picked out, you know, peripherals, like, yeah.
100%. It's so hard for me to have a conversation in a public place with, you know, like I can have a conversation, but you're going to think that I'm like, why aren't you paying attention to me? I'm trying to have a conversation. Like, I hear everything that you're saying, but I'm looking around. And
I tell my wife I'm scanning.
Yeah,
I'm just when I'm driving, whatever I'm doing, I'm constantly scanning for every single little thing.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they call it an ocular pat down. I'm doing an ocular pat down on everybody that walks by me. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Yeah, I'm not that bad. Like you know, like I make a great bullet absorber, but that's about it.
Jason can fight his way out.
But that being said, like I was talking about this earlier today, chaotic crowds make me absolutely insane. I can't do it. Like as far as that anxiety is concerned, like for example, a couple of years ago, my wife took me to a Dave Matthews Band, and we're in the grassy seats on the hill, and you know, on the grassy seats, people are going stupid. You know, they are just they're bouncing and they're jumping and they're flocking, or you know, flailing around and all of that stuff. And I mean, I was just like, everybody needs to just, like seriously.
Hey, listen, I have an imaginary bubble right here.
Back up, or there's going to be trouble, and one of us is going to be removed against their will. So yeah, that kind of stuff drives me completely bananas.
I still have that issue. Like every time I go to, this is going in a weird direction, but
this is the Curmudgeon's corner.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but this is all mental health. Let's talk about it.
When we go to when you go by Vegas, dude, I can't drive by the MGM without being like, that's the craziest. Like it, you know, from when that whole thing happened there, because I had a neighbor that was there for it, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to stay there. It seems, you know, it's just crazy to me.
Right. And the word haunting isn't the right word, but that whole psychic presence is too heavy. The reality is too heavy to be there.
Yep. That's how I see it as well. Yeah, it's crazy. E.O.D,
what is their spaghetti policy? Where? EOD, what is their spaghetti policy there? DDD, explain that question and I'll answer it. I listen to music while I read so I can pay attention. That's, I mean, it has to be without words, right? Because anything that has, like, I'll do a lot of things with like classical music. But anything that has words in it, I'm completely distracted by.
It's easier for me. I just don't read.
And the worst part is I never learned how to read.
I have never read a book in my life.
Shut up.
You are lying.
Are you
Not a real-
come
not
on.
a real
lying. You are lying.
School books, pages. I have never read a book cover to cover.
Have you read Cliff's Notes cover to cover?
Oh, of course. I mean, one time I wrote a paper on Planet of the Apes. And my teacher's like, "Why do you always pick a book that has to do with the movie?" And she's like, "Don't you know it's nothing like the book?" I was like, "I don't know.
Depends on the grade I get, I guess."
I went through
EMT. That's what I interpreted when I read it.
I went through EMT school with a guy that had legitimate photographic memory, and before the exam, he would have the book, and he would just go, and just flip pages, and flip pages, and then flip pages, and flip pages, and then he would get an A+ every time.
Yeah, I'm not quite that, but I was that way. I never did any of my work in school. I always aced the tests because I could just sit there and I could just absorb all the information without even it's like when I make my videos, I have no script or nothing. All that goes off the top, all those numbers are off the top of my head.
Yeah, he would be just like, that information is found on page 42, third paragraph down. And I'm just like, you're stupid. And then of course, 42, third paragraph down. That's the answer to the question.
Wow.
See, I'm opposite. Like I talked about, people ask me a question about something and I have to refer back to my own video because I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, my wife, she's like her desk is just covered in sticky notes. And she's been an accountant her entire life and has to use a calculator. But I can do most of it in my head without needing the calculator. But she's a Rhodes Scholar, but she needs the calculator.
Did you guys ever see that movie Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Every day I go full retard. Sorry.
Never.
I know I'm not supposed to, but every day I'm just like, what am I doing?
The last great comedy, it seems like. Movie wise. Yeah.
Absolutely. Never go full retard. Hey,
see what the chat is, and we talk about ADHD. Is it now the fact that if you don't have ADHD, that is not normal?
It seems that way.
I don't know anybody that I know of that doesn't have ADHD. It's like
that's the thing. It's like, has it always been that way? Just not diagnosed.
Yeah, not diagnosed, and there isn't social media to spread it around and talk about it. And
that's a great comment.
Hey, this is just an angle thing, okay? I can make my head smaller and bigger. Camera tricks.
Oh man.
It's like you're watching somebody's video and you see the cabinets in the background are all at a weird angle. All you have to do is
you're running a fisheye, man.
And look, it's square now. But if you do this, see how it kind of goes out of whack a little bit?
Yes, your head is way smaller now. You're right.
Oh man.
You're right. You're totally right.
That's pretty great.
Curmudgeon's Corner number 70, boys.
I'm gonna back this up a little bit so my head looks smaller.
Yeah.
Now you can see my boobs. I get anxiety about that too.
Oh man. Hey, you've lost a ton of weight though, no?
You cannot
I've gained about
behavior by talking about it.
I've gained about 10 or 15 though back. I lost 60 pounds.
You lost 60 pounds. That's crazy.
That's I look at some of my videos from 2 years ago and I'm like, holy crap, who's that dude?
Yeah, totally.
I was breathing heavily and I had to talk fast because if I didn't talk fast,
what was your top weight?
255, I think was my top weight.
How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10".
I used to say I was 5'11", but it's not worth it anymore.
It's not.
I was at 307 at my top.
But you're what, 6?
Before the accident, I was 6'2". Now I'm 6'1". because
Gotcha.
I ended up losing an inch of bone in my right leg and an inch of bone in my pelvic when I cracked it.
You lost
Like,
an inch in your pelvic.
on the pelvis and on
That bulge has gotten smaller.
It's just, just half its size.
I cracked my pelvis in two. I crushed my pelvis in two. That's where I died, dude. I bled out through my pelvis.
Through the
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, the femoral artery just gone. Yeah, it's called a PEA, pulseless electrical activity. So there was still an electrical current in my heart, but there was no volume to pump. There's no blood to pump. So it was all I bled out through my crushed pelvis. And when they put me back together, it's basically the pelvic girdle is shifted. So I've lost an inch on the left side in my pelvis, and I lost an inch on the right side on my leg. So it balanced out at 6'1".
At least you don't have to wear one bigger, taller shoe.
Yeah,
than the
no,
other.
right? My chiropractor loves me though. So
yeah, I thought man.
So so now I'm down to 227.
Wow,
nice.
Yeah,
I went the easy way. It was Ozempic. So
did you really?
I'm diabetic, so the Ozempic was.
So you already had
When we were down in Myrtle Beach, I met that woman, Tracy Beans. She was on the show a couple of podcasts ago, and she taught me all about the carnivore diet, and she's been like my coach. And it's all been carnivore.
Yeah, right now I'm putting on my winter weight. I call it.
You gotta stay warm.
I'm not mowing the grass 5 days a week, so I don't have any exercise at all.
God, did you really do it 5 days a week?
Mm-hmm.
That's really Wow.
Take about 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes.
Good job. Stay wet. I was 318 to 200, then back to 280, now back to 195. Holy hell!
Wow.
That's a whole person, dude. Gotta try to get to 175. So my AI girlfriend said that I'm supposed to be at 195, and my wife was like, "I didn't marry a twig. I married a bear." So 215 is the limit.
My problem is like I gained that 10 pounds. I was at the perfect weight to wear an XL shirt. Now all my XL shirts are just kind of, you have to kind of stretch them out a little bit before you put them on.
Yeah,
you can get it wet and then stretch them and put them in the dryer and keep stretching them, and then the XL will fit you perfect.
I'm still a 2X guy.
And then when you do
but I get to
thumbnail,
wear all these great shirts that I used to wear, back in the day that I just stuffed in a box. And they're all dumb, silly shirts that I used to, I used to love wearing them, but then I couldn't wear them. And now I can wear them again.
Yeah, when you do your thumbnail, you bring the shadows up on your shirt so your boobs don't show. All kinds of tricks.
Drop the highlights, increase shadow.
I could never. That's wild.
That's great.
Steve, you're my hero. I was right.
I'm real anxious about any of that stuff. Like I'll tape my nipples. I don't care.
Really?
Things sticking out like this. Last thing I need is somebody in the comment section because
you heard it here, folks.
They'll bring it up.
Curmudgeon 70. You heard it here.
Keith is not afraid to tape him down.
I know. I'm like the Office where who's the one guy?
Yeah.
He tapes because they keep rubbing that during that marathon.
It is.
They did a 5K where they were.
God, that's
the
so
shirt
funny.
was rubbing.
Yeah, was it Andy?
For rabies.
Yeah, it was Andy.
It was for
Andy.
Yeah,
the rabies 5K. Yeah.
Nipple tape. Oh my Lord.
Oh man. That's such a great show. That was such a funny show.
Yeah, when I'm like editing and everything, it's South Park. I keep it on Comedy Central, so it's South Park or Office in the background.
Do you guys ever watch the new spinoff, the Paper?
My wife has watched it.
I think it's good. It's just not as fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
One thing that's really good that's Office based like, but it's still truly original and not corporated yet is it's called The Chit Show. CHIT. It's on YouTube. It's called The Chit Show.
It's
watch it.
Purely YouTube.
Really good. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
It's made by a bunch of people in like an improv place in LA, and it's gone completely viral. It has like so many sayings that everybody knows as memes now. I mean, it's a really good show.
Wow.
It's only like little 4 or 5 minute videos. They release them once a week.
So it's that short though.
Huh?
It's that short, 4 or 5 minutes
Yeah.
each one. Okay.
An office-based comedy series following Chit, whose unusual behavior turns everyday workplace interactions into an unexpected and humorous situation.
Yeah, it's funny.
Sounds exactly like The Office, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like a little
essentially
more than it, and a little more edgy. And you know, there's nobody like messing with the script on that one.
Yeah. They're doing it on their own.
Nipple tape. Use cars with Kiev to save 10% at Thor.
I should put that in my like film equipment section. Here's the limbs I use. Here's my nipple covers.
Lord. Currently, there are 2 seasons with 12 episodes in each season.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Dude, I'm literally Googling nipple tape right now.
Come in little circles.
Amazon.
Yeah, it's for runners. Yeah, it's for runners.
Yeah, that's what it's for. I don't know if you've ever been to Fremont Street, but there is a half naked nun that uses nipple tape for other reasons than running.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, you should.
That nun has a whip, and if you walk too close.
That's right. That's right.
He'll hit you with it.
That's right. You stayed on Fremont Street. I forgot. That's right.
That's your zone.
There's an old lady on a golf cart, on like a 4-wheel. It's not a golf cart, but it's like a mobility scooter, a really high end one.
A Rascal or whatever.
Sits on there with her boobs hanging out, and it says "Retired ass old stripper needs money."
I'm telling you, everybody that stays like local to the convention center is missing out on all of that.
Yeah.
That is just
when you go to Vegas, like you go there once a decade to like check out the new. There may be 2 or 3 new hotels that you can check out. After that, like the whole Vegas thing for me is Fremont Street is the Vegas for me.
100%.
And that's where, if you want to do true gambling, Fremont Street is where real gambling is. The Strip is the odds suck on the Strip.
I think it was the last year. So it was 2019, the last year that I was working with the old company, and we went out there. There's a place called the Laundry Room, and it's right next to Fremont Street, and it's called the Laundry Room, and it's the oldest speakeasy in the United States. And the reason why it's called the Laundry Room was because during the 1920s, the storefront was a laundry room, and people would go to the laundry room and then they were allowed back. So you call ahead and they give you a password, and then they tell you where to go. And then you go, and I think it's a bar, and you just kind of hang out there. And then this person walks up to you and they give you the prompt, and you have to respond with the password. And then they tell you to follow us. And you go down this hallway, and the walls have these crazy murals all over everything. And then somewhere in that mural, there's a keyhole, and they put a key in there, and they push, and the wall pushes away, and you walk through it, and you go into this little tiny room, and then they close the wall behind you. And then there's another door on the other side, and they unlock that. And when you open up that door, you walk into a 1920s speakeasy, and it's like very
lit attack from panic. Just
is that right?
In that time, yeah.
But like
nobody doors to go through.
I never would have made it there.
Yeah, they had the old fashioned bartender with the black band, and they only do like 6 or 7 different cocktails, but it was easily one of the best old fashions I've ever had in my life.
This sounds me, it's like so familiar to me.
It's weird for me because I don't drink, so it's kind of like it's hard. Vegas is fun for the gambling, but I don't drink, so I can't enjoy half of it.
Yeah,
that saved me a lot of money though. So
it was a really cool experience for sure. Like just to be it just brings you back to that part of Americana history, which is really neat
for sure.
All right. Wow,
man, the nipple tape's gonna get me, Keith. That's so good, dude. That is hilarious.
I get headlights. I can't.
Yeah,
genetic trait.
I'm going to ask this question to both of you. First, to you, sir, Josh. Okay. Since this is your show, so we should focus on you first. When or if the one time someone paid it forward to you when you needed it? I mean, with a head of hair like that, you might not never have needed it, but
it's I think to be honest, I think I kind of keep my struggles inside.
Yeah.
So people don't even hear that I do need help sometimes. And this is not a cry for help. I'm perfectly fine right now. Just in the past.
I understand.
I did have a client do something really nice for my kids, completely out of the blue. And that was actually pretty recent. But yeah, it kind of hooked my kids up for some future stuff. So that would be the biggest thing there for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And hopefully someday, somewhere down the line, your kids continue to pay that forward.
I take that back. Actually, years and years and years and years and years ago, I was probably 8 years old. I went to a Charger game with my mom. And I had a San Diego Padres hat, the baseball team. And this guy in the stands was like, dude, you can't wear a Padres hat here. He's like, come on. He took me to the gift shop, bought me a bunch of Chargers gear. And then, yeah, which was super cool. And he was just like, hey, when you get older and you can do this, make sure you do it for another kid. Which was super, super cool. Yeah. So that would be it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if he's trying to hit on my mom or what, but
maybe. Or he's either that or he's grooming you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lived in California in the 80s. It happens.
You tell
hey, kid,
Turbo
help
Tony
me find
there.
my dog? Sure, sir. Yeah, I have no problem.
Turbo Tony.
This is just a bunch of quarters in my pocket. Don't worry.
What you say?
Turbo Tony in the comments there. I mean, if that's going to help the watch time, I mean.
Oh my god!
It's just off the rails.
every blooper should be that. You flash the bloopers and your shirt's gone.
Would you F me?
I've cut out.
I would F me.
Where I was like, damn, my nipples are showing. I gotta do this again.
I'm so beautiful. Goodbye, horses.
Oh my gosh.
And somebody said earlier that Josh, your algorithm's gonna be so messed up. All your Facebook ads is gonna be nipple tape.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right there. Just wait till you start seeing ads for all your algorithms, Josh.
I'm gonna screen capture them all and send them over to you.
You want me to tell you my first moment of pay it forward?
Yeah, please.
So when I was 13, my father passed away, and when I grew up, we had no money at all, and he was the sole breadwinner. My mom had never worked in her life, so like she was never going to get a job to be able to pay. And the church that we went to at the time paid for the funeral, paid for everything. And then everybody for the church got together and showed up and took care of us for like 3 months.
Wow.
So that was big. I had to grow up real early.
Wow. Dude, seriously. Like,
that's why I don't drink, because my dad, he passed away from
oh really?
Being an alcoholic. So yeah.
I not to bring the show down completely to nothing, but a good friend of mine is currently going through that right now, and it was a long week this week. And,
we had to intervene and send him to the hospital, and then the hospital made him quit cold turkey and didn't try to bring him down.
And is that what he died from?
He had a brain hemorrhage from it. Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, alcoholism's legit. It's hard for me to even understand, because I don't have it at all. Like I can have one beer and be like, oh, that's, so I don't comprehend it, but I know like it's so nuts. Like it's affects so many people.
Sure. I think I probably drink more than I should.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. There's no doubt that I drink more than I should, but that's why January is always so important to me. Like I make sure that, dry January, it's 31 days, and and it's the test. I think one of the other things is that I've always prided myself on it's either I'm a stupid, stubborn Irish Mick, or I have a lot of willpower. But whenever I put my mind to something, I just stop it. Like here's a great example. I smoked cigarettes, probably almost 2 packs a day for about 12 years. It's just what you do in EMS. You smoke. I mean, they say that it's nicotine has, even though it's a stimulant, it has a morphine-like effect on the neurons in your brain. So, like, people that are stressed out and I got to have a cigarette, even though it's a stimulant, it calms you down. It just does. And so, being in EMS and doing what we're doing, like, I would say that 80%, at least 80% of people that are first responders probably smoke or have smoked at some point in their career. But so I was doing 2 packs a day.
Wow. That was a funny thing. My dad had been smoking since he was, 15, 16, 2 packs a day. Didn't even have black in his lungs or nothing.
That's how my dad is.
But the alcohol did him in, yeah.
Well, when my son turned 1 on his first birthday, I sat him on my lap and I said, "Hey, as long as you are alive, your father will never smoke another cigarette." And it's been 20 some years since I've had a cigarette, and you can still create, some things will trigger it and you still create, like, imagine the chemical that 20 years later you still crave, even though I don't want to smoke it, but it's just like, oh man, wouldn't a cigarette be great right about now?
And that's totally different than, like, because I know a lot of people, like, nicotine pouches and stuff seem to be a big thing now, but that's for like a neurological boost, right? It's supposed to be good for brain health or something.
I'm not sure. I know that there's like these little pouches that they stick in their teeth now that are apparently are all very popular, but I don't know. No, I always used to say I'm not addicted to cigarettes. I love smoking. I really did. I loved smoking. I glorified it in the 90s. I was just like, the Pink Floyd song, "Comfortably Numb," and one of the lines is, "I got nicotine stains on my fingertips." And when I was in art school, I had nicotine stains on my fingertips. I knew exactly what he was talking about. And I mean, and for me, that was always just the kind of the cool appeal, grunge music and Pink Floyd and art school and smoking cigarettes and, being kind of loose with the ladies. There was a wild ride. It was Mr. Toad's wild ride for sure. And then I had my accident, and that kind of changes your perspective on the world. And that's my biggest pay it forward moment, was I'm alive because somebody stood the wall and answered the call and brought me to the, saved my life. And so that's when I made the change to go full-time EMS. And I was in the EMS for like 16 years after that, because I'm alive because somebody stood the wall. So now it's my turn to stand the wall.
Sure.
And that was my paying it forward. Anyway, so
I'm just now getting this in the comments. I kept seeing, everybody kept saying "stay wet." I thought it was some kind of meme or smirk or something. Stay wet.
No, that's
What is it? What is it?
Stay wet. And I'm like, wow,
he's
what's going on in the comments here? Thanks. Stay wet.
Stay wet is a detailer.
Stay wet is, yeah. That's the name of his company. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Super nice guy.
I thought it was another one of those funkin' homies. How do you eat your candy bar moment?
Yeah.
Okay. Go deep.
Vein up, vein down.
That's right.
Anyway, so yeah, but I think that I probably drink more than I should. Yeah, I mean, so far it hasn't become a problem.
My biggest thing, man, is I eat, especially from detailing mobile. Like I'm a big fast food, which is so bad. I've been trying to cut that back significantly, but it's just so easy.
Well, yeah, EMS, that's all you do is fast
same
food,
thing, yeah,
because you don't have time for anything else.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And when I was at work, before I got laid off, when I was at work, it was like I wanted to get the heck out of that building, so I had to go and drive to go get fast food and sit in the car for an hour and watch YouTube
just to
and
stay
go back to work. Now at home, I'm trying to change things up and get like factor meals and stuff like that for lunches and stuff like that, because I don't have to leave the house now. So.
Yep.
Hey, I got bad news coming to this area. There's a Zaxby's opening up.
What is that?
Zaxby's is a
Zaxby's.
Southern fried chicken chain that is epic.
Yeah,
And
but they're not like the other ones. They actually have wings too.
yeah,
Like most of those chicken restaurants that do chicken tenders, like Raising Cane's and stuff, is just chicken tenders and some sauce.
Purely. Yep.
Zaxby's will at least do wings, and the boneless wings, and then every once in a while they'll have something new. They'll have a Philly cheese quesadilla. They'll have chicken tacos or something like that. It'll change up. But yeah,
but I mean, it's unheard of anywhere
spoiled by
north
Zaxby's.
of Richmond, Virginia, and now there's one opening up in Magnolia, New Jersey. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, we're finally getting like where we're at. Like Whataburger is really expanding where we're at, and In-N-Out is now finally making its way.
Get it over there. Yep.
And I don't understand the hype.
So it's because there's too much.
Five Guys for me.
Agreed.
Five Guys is so expensive for what it is.
Super Chicks. The founder of Five Guys started a chicken restaurant that's like Five Guys. It's called Super Chicks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Is Five Guys considered fast food?
No, it's not.
That is correct. Thank you very much. Why?
Anything that's a smash burger is, to me, is not fast food.
Anything that doesn't have a drive-through is the correct answer. Anything that does not have a drive-through is not fast food. And so therefore, Jamie, Subway is not fast food.
And yes, Five Guys is pretty expensive. But if you take a family out, I don't get like a double cheese. I get a little cheeseburger and top it out. And then you'll get a regular fry, and a regular fry can feed 4 people.
And load up on the peanuts.
Yeah, load up on the peanuts.
You know of a Subway that is a drive-through?
Yeah, in my hometown. Yeah.
Get the fuck
Mira
out of
Mesa.
here.
It's
speaking of Subway, best sandwiches on earth.
All right, and that's
meatball.
Everybody, that was great for Keith. Thanks for coming out on the show.
And Jamie just showed up. See, Jamie heard Subway, and he just showed up.
Yeah. Actually, on No Direction
Chicken
Detail,
Salad Chick's good too, Jamie.
That's not it.
No Direction Detail. We did I think it was spiciest sandwiches we could find, and Subway ended up being the best. It was one of their. Really? It was like their Diablo meatball sandwich was absolute fire. It was just one place, so good.
Is it Jersey Mike's has a Hawaiian style Philly cheesesteak that has jalapenos and hot peppers on it. That's really good. Isn't that called like the Kauai or Kahlua or something like that? Philly cheesesteak.
Pineapple on a cheesesteak?
No, not pineapple. It's jalapenos.
Oh, okay.
Jalapenos and hot pepper relish and stuff like that.
All right, I'll try.
So if you look here, it's now a Better Buzz coffee, but that was the building for it. You can see that little loop around. That was the Subway drive-through.
Wow.
But it doesn't exist anymore. So it's like a unicorn.
Because it's a terrible idea. You had to, you're taking everyone's custom order over. It's like it took forever.
I'm sure it was like probably just one of the worst ideas ever.
Yeah, and you see how that drive-through is too. It's stupid because if you're trying to park, then you have to. It was really bad, but
Quiznos was good.
Quiznos was good.
Quiznos was another victim of private equity and overexpansion, just like everything else.
There's
a YouTuber that makes a bunch of videos about failed businesses. I don't know if you've seen him, but he makes good videos about explaining. But usually it's always overexpansion and the franchise setup. It just isn't territorial. It's like put as many as you want. Now you kind of need to like territory your franchises. You don't need to have to be like that's what Boston Market did. That's how Boston Market went south.
Yeah, Boston Market crashed because it overextended too fast, for sure.
And also they had a really, really weird, almost mafia style franchise agreement with their stores.
You know what I don't understand is like Subway back when they did the $5 footlong, right?
Yeah,
everyone had that. But like, so if you're a franchise owner in San Diego, the cost of the rent, the cost of the employees, all that stuff is way high. I was like, that doesn't even make sense here. Somewhere else, sure, but like for us, it was like I was like, how are you guys doing this?
Oh, that guy that I was telling you about that makes those YouTube videos, he made one on Subway, and he was talking about the franchises were having to pay so much to Subway. They had no overhead, and it was costing them a fortune to make the sandwiches.
Yeah.
And they expanded to like, what, 5,000 locations? And there was only like 2,500 left. So half their locations are gone.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to Quiznos. It says that they peaked at 5,000 stores and now are hovering at a couple hundred. 148 in the U.S.
And Boston Market still has a few stores too. There's a couple. I think there's like 50 or 100 stores.
There's one here in Deptford, and it still does. But everybody says that it's not the same. Like
what they were doing is like with Subway, they were being territorial towards immigrants, like just like gas stations. When it comes to franchises, here, start your own business. Here's a franchise, and they would just like stick them within 3 miles of another Subway.
Yeah.
and they would be stuck.
And then the whole Jared thing probably didn't help.
I was going to say, somebody just commented on that.
Yeah.
And then there's that whole, hey, fun story.
South Park made a great episode. South Park made a great episode about Jared for Subway.
Why do you call it Curmudgeon's Corner? So I was a dispatcher for paramedics, and I was working the overnight shift. And I don't know if you remember this commercial, but it was these three guys are at a table, and they're having the one leader of the group is telling a story, and he gets to a point in the story where he can't remember a certain detail, and Jared is sitting at a table behind them, and he comments into the thing, and the guy says, "Thank you, whoever you are," and Jared goes back, "You're welcome, whoever you are." And I wrote Subway an email, and I was just like, let me just tell you something.
Was that a Subway commercial?
It was a Subway commercial.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
And
it
was Jared. He was inputting into a private conversation. The guy was like, "Thank you, whoever you are." And Jared responded with, "You're welcome, whoever you are." And I was like, "Dear Subway, let me just tell you, if someone like Jared ever did that to me and my friends, I would beat his bitch ass."
It's the last time I'm going to Subway too.
Right? Like seriously, like you got some real arrogance to just join in that conversation. They sent me.
You should make sure you watch the South Park episode of Jared.
They sent me 2 coupons for free footlong, and they were like, "Dear Mr. Burkett, we are so sorry that you are offended by this commercial. We assure you that we screened it through a whole bunch of panel testers.
There you go.
Thank you, panel testers, and blah 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 blah." And then I responded to that email with, "Don't reward my bad behavior." Like, what is wrong with you? just hit delete. Hit delete. Yeah, don't get me started on the triangle cheese. It's not a full slice of cheese.
Hey,
so don't tell me. Don't
slice
tell
is a
me.
slice.
Don't tell me
Slice
it's
is
a full slice of cheese. It's a half a slice.
What made hey, could have
That's
been
a good
could have been
point.
formed in a triangle. If it was formed in a triangle and sliced, that is a slice of cheese.
No. Kraft has said it since the 50s that
Kraft
a slice of cheese is square.
That's not cheese.
I mean, it's clear too. The provolone's a circle. It's a half circle that they give you.
Hey, see.
He's right, man.
Thank you.
That's I never thought that, but that
it's a half a slice of cheese. So
but a triangle is not half a,
that is
triangle
the
not
number
half a
one
circle.
reason why I do not frequent Subway, because you're lying to me, and I will
what
not
about-
support liars.
Keith, is a half circle a half slice of a circle?
It depends. Was it formed as a half circle? If it was formed as a half circle,
then it's the whole thing.
Then it's the whole
I
thing.
understand the argument. But let's see. Aaron Loman goes to Vegas. White Castle. We don't have White Castle in San Diego.
Eat at the heart attack.
Do you have
restaurant
Crystals?
Right next to the White
I think it's the same parent company. No.
Nope.
You know, White Castle does something that's actually like the way they cook their burgers is actually against like health regulations. But I don't know why they don't get in trouble for it. They cook like they'll do a slab of preformed patties all together, like 12 of them. Yeah. They'll put them on the griddle and they'll throw the buns on it while it's cooking on the raw side.
Yeah.
So the raw meat can leak into the bun.
I'm all right with it.
I'm just saying that's not exactly a sanitary way to cook food.
Speaking about In-N-Out, so I took when we were in Vegas, I took Pan to In-N-Out for his first time, and I warned him like, hey, it's good. Don't expect. Like I think people overhype it, and then when you go, you're like, yeah, it's fine, but it's not like I think there's just too much hype because it is. I could probably throw a rock to one from my shop here. Eat there again, too much for sure. But yeah, I'm a fan. The fries I can go without. But yeah, I was telling Pan about all the secret menu items. He's like, what?
Yeah, right.
I like seeing the secret trends. There's like a secret trend where you can get the Dutchman or something. It's like these weird things.
Dutchman. Yeah.
But the thing is like if you bought 2 of something else, it was the same thing as a Flying Dutchman, but it was cheaper. Yeah. And they found out about it and they changed the prices to fix it.
Dude, there was I saw like a short on Instagram and someone made a video of like, oh, In-N-Out secret menu, a chicken sandwich. And I was like, what? I was like sold. I was like, I'm going to go check it out. And I didn't go check it out. Thank God. Cause it was fake. But I can imagine going, oh yeah, I'll get that chicken sandwich. And they're like, what, dude? Yeah, it was a good one. They got me.
It's a cheese food. It says on the box BTW that it's a cheese food. It's allowable. The only problem that I have with Velveeta is it doesn't need to be refrigerated. There's something sus about a dairy
I remember
product.
growing up, like I would show up from school and I would throw like a little bit of milk and some Velveeta in a bowl and melt it and then eat pretzels with it. I mean, eat soft pretzels.
My grandfather would do the same thing, and he would throw a bunch of like he would dice up ring peppers and jalapenos and stick it in there, and that was you know, the queso sauce.
You guys are
what I like now is Rico's nacho sauce. They usually the ones that come in those huge cans that places make for nachos and cheese. Those huge cans of nacho cheese. They make them in little individual packs now with a foil top. Really? So I get a little individual jalapeno and individual of that and some Tostizos, and there we go.
You guys are rich growing up on the Velveeta, dude.
I said my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
my grandfather. It was I saw him like twice a year.
We had government cheese when I was young, dude.
Government
we got the
cheese. Big block of government cheese.
Yep.
Dude,
good stuff.
We grew up in the Marine Corps. It doesn't get more government cheese than that.
That's fair.
The corn's a little green. You know.
It was like my dad was in the Air Force, so even after he passed away, we would go to the commissary because I was still able to have a military ID till I was 18.
Yep.
It was like the original Judge Dredd movie. Eat recycled food. It's good for the environment and okay for you.
I don't remember that. Was that a Schwarzenegger movie?
No, it was
Judge
Sylvester Stallone.
Stallone. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Government cheese.
The law.
It melts without ever needing to be
weapons.
It just melts.
So bad. It's such a bad, horrible movie. All right.
Cheese Whiz, yeah. Cheese Whiz was good.
Cheese Whiz.
How about that cheese in a can?
Cheeze Whiz. Yeah.
That's
not cheese,
yeah.
but it's
little
it's
push over, push it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ritz cracker.
Little cracker.
Yeah. Go get some.
You used to like get a cracker, you just like make a circle and just keep on going.
You get to go.
Yeah. Yep.
My kids have now learned that. My kids are asking about it because you can get like American cheese flavor now. Because back then it was always just cheddar.
Just that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What was it? Just cheese and crackers. Do you remember the little package? You would peel it back.
Yes.
You had
the cracker
red stick.
Yes, the red stick. Oh man.
And now they do that with freaking like Oreos. You can buy Oreo dunk sticks.
Really?
And
they're called like dunk.
The filling is on the side. You just dip it in the filling.
Yeah.
My diabetes is already.
I know.
Control.
That's the problem with those cheese and cracker things, dude. You'd end up with like two crackers at the end. It's only 4 crackers in there, but I would load up those first 2. You know,
that's exactly right. That's exactly
you get a
right. And then you stick your finger in it.
Next thing you know, you got like 5 crackers left,
and then eat the cracker real fast.
Yep. Oh, good times.
We are
good
old.
times. I know.
Am I the oldest one here?
I'm 51.
Oh well, no, never mind.
How old are you, Keith?
I'm 46.
Oh, okay. So you're right in the I'm 41.
You're right in the middle.
Got 5-year gap on.
You the cream in this Oreo.
Double stuffed.
Double stuffed cream in this Oreo. We got to get out of here. Oh God. All right.
What else you got for us, Aaron?
Yeah,
what was your absolute favorite surfer memory?
I have two barrels that I've caught. One was in Mexico, in Puerto Escondido, and then the other was here in San Diego. But like, I can put myself back in that position at any point.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Keith, one food forever. What is it?
Is this like type of food or one specific?
Whatever.
Have to be specific.
You interpret your question however you want. I'm kind of drunk, so it doesn't matter.
Thanks. Shrimp scampi.
Shrimp scampi.
Interesting.
Roger that. That's a good one.
Interesting.
What about you?
Mexican food for sure.
Mexican food?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why can't I just say Italian? Then I would just say Italian.
Yeah, I guess if I want me to go a little more specific, I'd go like
pasta.
California burrito. Yeah. Yeah.
California
Burritos. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. California burrito. What is a California burrito?
It's essentially a carne asada burrito, but with potato, usually French fries in it.
All right. What is a carne asada burrito?
It's usually carne asada, guacamole, and pico de gallo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here in this area, what we call a California burrito is Chipotle.
Exactly.
Chipotle,
Yeah.
Moe's. What is this? I'm like, it's a California burrito. It's like a Subway, but it's a burrito.
Poutine.
I don't know how it got that name, but everybody just called it a California burrito.
Pasta is my middle name. Enchiladas. Shrimp
This is
scampi.
Tex-Mex as it
Not
gets.
apple pie? Question mark.
What?
Says not apple pie? Question mark.
Apple pie is I could live without apple pie. I don't eat apple pie.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just reading the comments. What is the best way to make?
I like
Mexican
apple. I
street
like
corn?
apple pie, but I don't eat. Well, I guess I could eat apple pie. Josh is over. He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I'm thinking we have a place called.
Think of movie Apple. You ever seen the movie American Pie?
Of course.
So in podcasts in the past,
Doesn't make me want to eat apple pie though.
Yeah, warm apple pie.
It sure makes me do though.
With the pose.
So
Okay, Adamo, I eat apple pie, but I don't consume apple pie. There's a difference between the two. Okay.
I just had Taco Bell last night. That's the real Mexican food.
Oh man.
This one time at band camp.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
All right.
zero calorie apple pie.
Curmudgeon's Corner 70. What is going on?
70 episodes, man. That's crazy.
70 episodes. Yeah.
Nuts.
That's wild. I had no idea. And I'm not very good at this. So why do we keep doing it?
That's what makes it
I think
fun.
you're great.
Though.
Yeah,
That makes
right.
it fun.
Oh man.
What song fires you up before a big job? I know that you said that you listen to podcasts during, but like, is there any like whenever you get into that funk? I know for me, it's like it's a Monday. I know that there's going to be a bunch of nonsense that I got to deal with at the warehouse, and so I'll put on something that's just going to get me amped up. You know, it's like KMFDM or Lords of Acid or something just bizarre that's just going to just.
I can go two different ways. Like, so sometimes you need that amp up, and other times I need to be kind of calmed down. So on the amp up, I'd go Iron Maiden, Pantera, something like that.
Okay.
On the other side, it's like complete opposite. It would be like Neil Diamond or something like that, or even
great stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where I would lay.
Yeah.
Neil
For me,
Diamond.
it would be like
That's actually
collapse.
my wife's our song is Forever in Blue Jeans.
Oh, dude, great. See?
I have no idea
Awesome.
what you're talking about.
Oh, dude.
I grew up hip hop.
Check it out. Yeah, yeah. So did I too. But Neil Diamond's got some.
My parents only ever listened to my parents only ever listened to country. So if you want to talk Waylon Jennings or anything like that, Conway Tweedy, I know all that stuff. I don't know nothing about any other genre of music.
The Gambler. Are you kidding? The Gambler is on the top 10 Mount Rushmore of country songs. Are you kidding?
Have you've seen Pulp Fiction? Yeah,
a few times.
But Keith, have you?
I don't think I've ever seen it I've seen it.
I can quote that movie line for line right now if you wanted to.
I was just gonna say because the Neil Diamond "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon" song is in that.
All I ever know about
boom, 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 boom. You'll be a woman soon.
Royale with cheese is all I know about Pulp Fiction.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
You know why they call it Royale with cheese? No, why?
Where was that supposed to be? That was in
Paris.
Paris. That's what
a Big Mac is a Big Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But they call it La Big Mac.
Yeah. I'm such an idiot. When I was in England, I was like, what do they call it here? Same
Wait,
thing.
you were in England?
I knew you were gonna say.
Wait, you were in England?
I got my English chocolates, dude. My Cadbury's. I'm going back, so you're gonna hear it again, dude. Don't worry.
Dude, my best travel experience was London. I absolutely loved it there.
Really?
Yeah, and the people that I met there, I met in 2014. Just yesterday, I was texting back and forth with these guys, and I met them randomly at a pub. The cool story is they were. I wanted to find a pub, an old pub in England, where I could get a pint and smoke my pipe. My brother bought me for my 30th birthday a tavern pipe, and so I wanted to get a pinch and a pint in England. and you can't get loose leaf tobacco in England. It's crazy. It's something like the colonies. You know, when we kicked out England, we stopped giving them tobacco.
You look like Gandalf the Grey with that.
Diagnosis: murder. Anyway, so I searched everywhere for a great pub. Everybody wanted me to go to the Punch and Judy, which is in Coventry Garden, and it's the oldest pub in London. It was one that survived the bombing of London when, you know, Germany lost its mind and decided to take out the world. But the Punch and Judy is just a ginormous tourist trap. I mean, there was hundreds of people, and so I was like, I'm going to keep looking, and I found this place called The Ring, and it looked like, I mean, it was wooden. It was exactly what I was looking for. And and earlier I found the tobacco, the loose leaf tobacco, at this one shop. I had to travel halfway across the city to get it. But anyway, these 4 people are sitting behind me, and they're kind of arguing on their, you know, on how to get to their destination. And I turned around and I was like, I'm a tourist. I have like 19 maps in my backpack. Would you like one of them, and then you guys can figure it out? And they were like, sure. And so I gave it to them, and then they were like, you're American. And I was like, how could you tell? The accent? So anyway, they asked me if I would join them on their trip. And so we went on this bar crawl all across London. It was friggin' phenomenal. So we were going from bar to bar, and then we ended up having dinner at some place. And I'm just a random encounter, and they have become like my brothers and sisters from across the pond. And it to this day, I still talk to them.
Right.
It was fantastic.
Very cool.
Yeah, London, England. Mad respect for that place.
I didn't spend a lot of time in London. We went out to the countrysides pretty much, but we stayed in Worcester, and there's a pub there that we went to called the King. I think it was King Charles House. But it's cool. They have plaques on the wall because I guess there was some sort of battle there, and he hid out in this building where the pub is now, back in like the 1600s. It's cool. The amount of history there is nuts.
That's exactly the feel. Like I live in near Philadelphia, and it's, you know, the birthplace of America.
Yep.
But when I went to London, it felt infinitely older. Like you just like, you know, totally. London Tower and all, like it was just like, wait a second, like you are, the history. You could feel the history being in England. Just wild stuff.
Actually, look, the Farmer's Dog. This is that's that Jeremy Clarkson's pub.
Okay,
opened up from his TV show. Whatever, that's the shirt.
Oh, we're really?
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I think this next time I go, I think I'm doing a bespoke training at Rolls-Royce. They do like a certification program, but an owner has to line you up for it. So it should be pretty fun. Yeah, Prince Andrew's house. There's so much Epstein talk on this podcast.
Rick Smith's got a good one in there. I dare you to put that one up on the screen.
Which one?
Aaron.
About not knowing girls? I already did.
About spotted dick.
What? I don't even know what that is. What is it?
It's a dessert. It's actually super good.
Okay.
My one of the times that my family and I were over there, and my buddy who's from there, he's like, yeah, you guys have to get a spotted dick. I was like, dude, I don't want it. Just out of the talk of it, I didn't want it, but it's really good.
Now, the funny thing is, I have no aspirations at all to go to Europe.
I never did. I never did.
My wife has multiple trips there planned, and she's like, you want to go with me? I'm like, I have to Scotland. And I'm like, I have no desire to go to Scotland at all. None.
A spotted dick is a traditional British steamed pudding made with suet and dried fruit such as currants and raisins. It is typically served hot with custard and is a classic dessert in the UK. The spotted part comes from of the name comes from the dried fruit that dots, while dick may be a variation of dough or an old English word for pudding.
Yeah, they have that, and then they have their puddings are weird. Then they have black pudding,
blood pudding.
Yeah, what the heck? It's like, for me, it's almost more like a mushroom, like eating like a portobello mushroom or something, or even
like the black pudding is like almost like a sausage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was an interesting one too.
And you get the weird American and English differences in like cookies and biscuits and gravy and cement and like
French fries and chips.
Wait, gravy.
Yep, French fries and chips is a big one. Yep.
You use that to make a driveway. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Really? That one I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, the cookies and biscuits. So it's like, yeah, you want a biscuit? I'm like, and then you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's a great channel on YouTube where it's a bunch of like English kids that are trying American food for the first time, and like one of them was a brisket, and they were like, "That looks absolutely disgusting," and then they tried it, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing on the planet."
I like watching some of those where it's like there's like a family in New Zealand that visits America, and like these people come to America with all the stereotypes that are out there, and they wind up coming, and it's not what they expected. It's better than
spotted dick is what Aaron got on Fremont Street with the nipple taped nurse or nun, the nipple taped nun.
I got a picture of that. You want me to show up on the screen?
Why not?
This
show's already demonetized.
I was texting you and Fred, Josh. I was like texting you pictures of from.
Oh, you
Fremont
did.
Street.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I said it to Pan and Jamie. I was like, "Can you guys come down and clean up Fremont Street? Because obviously you didn't do what you said you did. You didn't clean nothing."
Westcat, they're called fags, by the way, just in case you didn't know. The question was, boys and girls and children of all ages, what do they call cigarettes?
There you go. Now it's
more importantly, a faggot is a bundle of sticks. I bet you didn't know that either.
Do we need to fact check this?
Go ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah.
What, in England?
Yeah. British slang, I believe.
See, Aaron, this is why I like you, because you know if you had a like a huge following, people will be clipping the hell out of this thing.
British slang.
You get canceled in a heartbeat.
There
it is right there.
Six?
A faggot is the meaning of a bundle in archaic English unit, applies to a bundle of certain items. Alternative spellings in early modern English include fagate, fagot, or a similar sound in other languages. It's Latin as fascis.
Means bundle. Yeah.
Bite me. I it's not my fault that people decide to bastardize the English language, or in this case, the Latin language. It's not my fault, but that is science and facts. Sometimes called a short faggot. A faggot of sticks equals a bundle of wood sticks or billets that is 3 feet 90 centimeters in length and 2 feet 60 centimeters in circumference.
Wow, very specific.
Thank you. You learned something on the corner.
I did.
Fight me.
Take a bow.
This is look, kids. This is what happens when we have two of these. I'm not monetized anyway, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
Yeah, all 43 viewers that will ever watch this program will be like, "Huh, is that true?"
Yep. You just expanded the minds of 43 people. Though.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Disclaimer, everyone. Josh V had no idea that this was going to go off the rails like this.
Yeah.
Well, Keith probably did, but Josh V.
Everything was going great till Keith came on.
100% immune.
Like you guys like invited me, and I was like, he has no idea what he's getting into.
Yeah. It's also
some crazy
it's also pronounced as canceled.
Yeah. Oh man.
You're gonna wish you never did this show.
Yeah, he's like, what have I done? What have I done? I can't believe that I'm on this show. They're gonna clip this and they're gonna say Josh V did this, and no, it's 100% me, and I apologize.
Oh man, good stuff. Very fun. Very fun.
Sorry, but it's I didn't say anything wrong. It's factually accurate.
No, that you 100% accurate. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's
just a warning. My laptop in the garage here is about to die. So
it's all right. So is the show. So,
The last time I was on the show, remember, I just up and left. So with no reason, I just quit.
So see you guys.
They're all
You
like,
didn't have
"What?"
to lie about your battery almost dying or anything.
is the ink dry in the season 2 contract?
Oh man.
Good luck going full time YouTube, Keith.
I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. So
Yeah. Listen, I don't take myself seriously, and yeah, all right, we went off the rails, but those are both true statements. I'm going to stand by it. Anyway, you want to just wrap this up?
We're going on 3 hours. Dude.
You want to put a pin in this one and call it because there's no episode 71. Actually, we do have a great episode coming up next week. Brandon Hines is going to be on the show. He is the owner of a company called I Rise U. It's a youth engagement specialist, and it's I Rise, and it's basically it's a true charity that is 100% about paying it forward for today's youth. So Brandon Hines will be on episode 71 next week, same time, and then it's Christmas. And I believe that the chairman of the Pay It Forward campaign, Ryan Hansen, has a conflict of interest. So normally we usually do the award ceremony and everything immediately following Christmas, but we might have to push it back a hair. And again, the way that this campaign is growing, we might have to be like the NFL, where the regular season is 2025, but the Super Bowl is in 2026. So that might be the evolution of the Pay It Forward campaign, where we take nominations. And by the way, please share with friends, share with families, maybe not exactly the whole episode, but the part where we need nominations. So I think we only have 3. So far we have 3 nominations. And
how many do you usually get? How many nominations?
We had, I think, 23 last year.
Wow. Okay.
And we were able to give to 15. So we helped 15 individuals and or families keep on their feet, stay on their feet. We had a couple of new we're just starting out detailers, and we could really use some help, and so we were able to help them get off the ground. And then one guy had his entire mobile detailing business burned to the ground. It was his truck caught on fire and the whole thing burned to the ground. We were able to give him an entire new mobile detailing business.
Wow.
Good we had deal. Like Chelsea had she had donated steamers and extractors, and I mean we had so much really neat equipment that and we had 7 polishers, just all kinds of stuff. And then another guy was another mobile detailer, and he's a single father, took his daughters on vacation, and when he had come back, his truck was broken into and everything was stolen in his truck. So we were able to give him a whole new mobile detailing business as well. And then other people just got polishers and chemicals and stuff like that.
Sure.
The House of Rags has been great. They've donated a whole bunch of stuff, towels and wash blocks and stuff like that. And then I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a YouTuber called the Outdoor Detailer. His name is Michael Zupenzik, I think is his last name. And I met him out at SEMA, and he lives near my parents' house. And so when we got back to my parents' house, he and I met up, and he donated something like 6 cases of towels and all kinds of things. So we have a lot of great stuff. And then, like I said in the beginning of the episode, I met up with Chelsea yesterday, and I met up with Ryan this morning, and they donated a whole bunch of more stuff. So we are in abundance of things, and so now I'm really pushing. We need nominations.
Sure.
So if you can think of anybody in your community, outside of your community, if we need people nominated, because we have a lot of stuff and we want to give it away. The community was so gracious all year long. They've really come together. We've got gift certificates. Gary was on our show last week, and he donated $500 from his store. So we have a lot of good stuff that we can do a lot of really good things for a lot of people. So
if you get enough stuff, you should open up a storefront, sell it.
I do have a storefront, but it's just Phoenix stuff. It doesn't do anything. It
Yeah,
doesn't do
but
anything
you
to help
sell
the
it to help
community.
pay for stuff.
Well, yeah, that was one of
Kind of like a
Rick
Goodwill.
Well, no,
That's
Rick
situation.
Smith was like, why don't we raffle off one of those power washers that Keeve donated? We could raffle it off, make some money in there, and help with the shipping and stuff like that. But then again, this community, they hit this little, QR code, and it takes us to our GoFundMe page, and we've raised a crazy amount of money for shipping. So I think that we're in a really good position.
There's a lot to ship, that's for sure.
It's a lot, dude. That giraffe alone is, dude.
Yeah,
that's
pressure
like,
washers and yeah, I donated him the Grand Falls pressure, the
Pro, whatever,
the ultra flow, the big one.
That's the one with the retractable. Well, I guess they all do.
Yeah, the retractable one underneath it.
Yeah,
it has the one at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. That giraffe is like 90 pounds alone. Like,
Yeah, super heavy. Yeah,
bonkers.
Yep.
So yeah,
and don't forget the resin in all those DI systems is spent, right? So
yes, sir.
Whoever's donated to them, they have to get them some resin.
I
Maybe
mean,
Josh could talk to CR Spotless and get them to
I mean, it is like
a
gift horse in the mouth. Maybe you get some resin. And I looked on Amazon. Resin's not that expensive. It's not that expensive.
It depends on what resin you're looking at.
Yeah, and you want to go with the more expensive stuff to get the yield.
One of those two-stage systems costs about $100 to fill up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about $80 to $100.
All right.
A lot of people that look at like water softener resin, which isn't
not the same at all.
It's just the one resin. It's not both.
Okay. Well, I'll have to call you later and you can educate me on all that. Come on, we're almost friends.
Keith, have you ever used a dual bed system where it's separate cation and anion?
I haven't. I've thought about it. I just haven't done it yet. I need to figure out my water which one is used most, so I can make sure the first stage is the one that you use the most.
Yep. Yeah, it smells like dead fish though. When you do it that way. Yeah. I did it, and I filled up my tank and went to a customer's house, cleaned their car, put it back in the garage for him. She texted me later. She's like, "Hey, did you use something different? It smells like a dead rat in here." It's like, good to know. No, I won't do that again.
That's why in aquatics and things like that, they'll run the duals and then they'll run it back into a mixed at the end.
Probably to clean that out.
To clean it up. Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
But so the good thing is if you separate it out, you can regenerate the one resin with just salt brine. Because all it is a water softener. Yeah.
So you know the big black one that you donated at the kettlebell?
What?
The big black kettlebell that you donated? Chelsea gave us one yesterday. It's big and blue, but it's pretty cool. So now we got 2 of those.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
My
mind went somewhere else.
Yeah, Josh picked up. He knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I did.
Josh knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly what we were talking about, but it's the DI system.
Yeah.
Oh, the big boy.
Yeah.
The 3 stage.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's
the big kettlebell. That's what I mean. It looks like Liberty Bell, but.
Oh, you're talking about the tank. I gave him the Vavor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that one better than the.
It's the resin. It's the resin.
Well, and there was no bypass, so it was ready to go. Like that one worked, except for their bypass system is all looped around, so you get But other than that, that's an easy fix. Just one adapter. So
yeah, Big Boy's DI system was eerily similar to a video I made about do your own bypass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's the exact same valves and the exact same hose. I was like,
we've talked about this in the past. You said you had success running a carbon filter before your DI system.
Yeah, as long as you have if your water is like city county water that's heavily chlorinated.
Yeah, because
the carbon takes the chlorine out. But I found a new one. My water supply has something called manganese in it, and that's what sometimes will turn your water yellow. It's what leaves the black rings in your toilets and stuff like that. So I got a manganese filter before it, and after it, and it's made a world of difference in my fittings. The rest that I was getting in my fittings.
Okay, but are you getting more yield out of the DI?
With the carbon, you get about 10%. I did an experiment where I ran a bunch of 10 by 2.5 filters, and I kept running them, one with the carbon, one without, and I was getting about 10 to 15% more yield on the resin.
See, when I talked to Chuck, the owner of CR Spotless, he said it doesn't make a difference. And then the guy from Icon Water that installed my giant system, he said there's no need to do it unless you're running an RO.
Well,
system.
it's because a good carbon filter costs a good bit. So from a cost standpoint, I don't know if it actually is really going to help.
Well,
he was just saying carbon filter will last about 3,000 gallons. So it's.
But he was saying that it doesn't foul the DI versus like it'll foul the RO membranes.
Yeah. What I did is I just ran it like the filters and the DI resin to 0 ppm. And if I ran the carbon filter before it, I got 0 ppm longer every time.
You did get it longer.
Carbon filter first. Yeah.
Interesting.
But normally it's not for my DI system. I don't do it to help my DI. I do it to take the chlorine smell out of the water and to help the rest of my fittings when I'm not running my DI system.
Got it. Yeah. So for my big one, I still have it set up in the shop here, and that one where the carbon is, I replaced it with another DI one and just ran it that way. But what are you giggling about, Aaron? You read a comment?
Yeah, Stay Wet said
Stay Wet again.
Nerd alert.
I know. Someone earlier said I need a pocket protector to watch this episode.
Yeah, when you two guys start talking to each other, Rick Smith earlier was like, now you know how Eileen feels every time you start doing pop culture.
And I'll get people that will comment like, this dude don't know nothing. He doesn't work in any industry. He can't speak on anything. I'm like, well, I mean, all it takes is to learn shit.
Yeah, Aaron listening to Josh and Keeve is like the rest of us listening to Aaron talk sci-fi and fantasy. It's true. It's true. What? Huh? Flux capacitor.
It is weird. Like Josh goes, wait, when it comes to like pressure washers and DIs and stuff, when you go out and you talk to other people who are detailers, a lot of them have no idea about that kind of stuff. They just have their pressure washer. Like when I went to Omaha, I went out to Northern Tool with Pan and Ragarage and
Fab was there.
Oh,
and goodbye. See, that's what happens.
It just died. That's what it is. Didn't want to hear your story anyway.
Yes, loser. All right. So you said your favorite cartoon was Ninja Turtles over on the Funkin' Homies.
That would be my most for sure. Like most.
There's 4 of them. Which one?
Would be my favorite.
Yes.
Would you say Leonardo's the most common?
Whatever.
Yeah. Say Donatello or Leonardo.
Donatello. Thank you very much. Yes.
There you go.
Donatello was my boy. All right. So last thing, we're going to wrap this up. You had mentioned earlier when you were talking about your panic attacks.
Yeah.
I have been in EMS for a long, long time, and I've seen my super fair share of panic attacks. And I've experienced one myself, just one time, and it changed all of my perception about people that have ever had or do experience panic attacks, because it's like you're just like, what do you mean a panic attack? Like, well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And my brain is, when I was experiencing my panic attack, my brain knew that it's a panic attack. And it's like, dude, knock us off. But there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Yep. That's the most frustrating part, because as you're going through it, you're like, this is stupid. I know what this is.
So irrational.
Yeah, completely.
It's so irrational, but I mean, it consumes your entire body, and there's nothing you can do but ride it out. Yep.
Dude, I was on a flight one time. Again, that's usually where they happen, but I was on a flight going up north, and I had to do it. Oh, there he's back. He went inside.
my laptop died. I did not do that on purpose, Aaron.
Yeah.
That was perfect. That was perfect timing though. That was perfect.
It really was.
But yeah, it was where I was on a plane, and I was sitting there like, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna die, whatever.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. And I had to I got up and I laid down in the aisle like an asshole.
That's awesome.
Everyone's looking at me like, what is this guy doing? You know, the flight attendant comes up to me. She's like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, just give me a second. You know, I'll be fine. Everything's fine. Like, I know this is stupid, but just give me a second."
Yeah.
And then it's like a self-fulfilling thing where like, I'm like, oh, I don't want that to happen again. You know, and then you get on a plane and that's the first thing you're thinking about. And then it kind of triggers it. And you're like, that's so stupid. So frustrating. So guess who's back again? Keep it.
Yes. Who's back?
I was
back
getting
again. Eve is back. Tell a friend. Yeah. All right.
Now I'm in this crappy lighted room in here.
It's okay. We are wrapping it up anyway. I just wanted to circle this back around. His panic attack ties into our mental health awareness stuff. And that's honestly, I thought that you were done for the night and we were just going to wind it down from here. So we crossed over the 3-hour mark. Josh, thank you so very much. You've been an absolute epic guest. I wish that I hadn't completely derailed this, and
I think this is a blast, man.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time. I mean, the bar was set where, you know, Godfrey was just like, it was the best, and you were like, well, we're gonna crush the fucking homies, and I believe that we did. We just did. This was a great show. Hope you have more of them. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So if you will indulge me, this is how I wind down every Curmudgeon's Corner, and then we can talk more backstage if you want. But we're gonna run this down. We got to do the pay it forward. We're pretty much good on donations at this point. So we'd like you to just help us ship hope. We're pretty good on that at this point. If you would like to be a guest on Curmudgeon's Corner, contact the show at thecorner@phoenixeod.com. And now for the important stuff. Suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from a professional and call 988. The United States' first nationwide 3-digit mental health crisis hotline, 988, will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. You can also text HOME to 741-741 in the US and Canada to reach a crisis text line. You can also go to www.apa.org/topics/crisis-hotlines, and that will connect you with resources to whatever you are facing. If it is emotional, mental, physical, substance, gambling, whatever it is that you are facing, you are not alone on this planet, especially when you come down here on the corner. We are all friends and we all take care of each other because that's what we do. And until then, until next Saturday, hopefully the same bat time, same bat channel at 8 o'clock. We'll see you guys on the corner. Thanks for everybody coming out. Keeve, thank you so much for jumping in and carrying the show, because
I just painted it. That's all I did.
It did great. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is like, seriously, the two of you were like my biggest moment at SEMA last year, and you guys continue to never disappoint. So
you're gonna be at MTE, right?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be. As a matter of fact, I got the royal invite from BioBombs, so I will be staying with them at their house.
Oh, they're gonna get the bougie chef again.
They're gonna get the bougie chef again. So you're gonna probably come to dinner at least one night there.
Heck yeah, Wagyu burgers. Yeah,
yeah. So
that sounds like it's Christian's doing. Is that the case?
It is. It's all him.
Yeah.
And he's like, we were invited to his house for a party last year, and it was absolutely epic. And then I got invited to stay there this year. Wow. So I'm going to be at their booth, and I'm going to be at their house. And MTE is easily. Josh, have you been to MTE?
Nope.
It is by far so much for me. I loved it. It's so much. It's more personable. It's more interactive. It's not as overwhelming and just.
And it's getting bigger and bigger. And like even Coach Kimmy this year, they reserved a couple of releases to be released at MTE, and they didn't release them all at SEMA. A couple of companies are doing that. So
yeah, it's more fun. It's more intimate. There's like, well, I knew we're at a new resort this year, but last year there was like this almost like cafeteria upstairs. And Keith, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, it felt like being back in high school. There was
that's where the Eddie Snicker video came from.
Yeah, dude, there was like 24 of us sitting around tables, all laughing and ripping and just carrying on. It was.
The hotel was pretty cool too, because it had like a huge glass atrium and they had alligators in there.
It had
like
alligators and turtles and all kinds of craziness.
It's just at the Orange County Convention Center, right? Is that where
it was at the Marriott
Gaylord? It was at the Gaylord
Resort,
which is right across from it, isn't it? Is that
it's nearby.
It's nearby. Okay.
And this one's at the Rose and Shingle Creek, which is, I believe, closer to the convention center. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
Anthony's doing a microfiber 101 class there. I was going to go the day before just to go to that, just to troll him a little bit. But
this super chat thing is all new. What is super chat? We got like 900 of them this episode. Man. What happened?
What sucks about super chat is YouTube takes half of it.
Yeah, they really do.
Do they really?
Do. Yeah, they really do. It's what Papa Smurf was saying. Papa Smurf was just like 60% or something stupid.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, Keith, Josh, absolutely. I mean, epic. Thank you. Like I just got a text message. This is the new bar. So Curmudgeon's Corner 70.
Good.
Wait till MTE. I just need a camera guy. My son's having vacation
awesome.
days. So
all right. Well,
my son's already reserved
everybody
his
on the corner
year.
in 7 days.
Yeah.
Nominate people. Talk to you.
Sounds good. See you guys.